Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to The Gimmick, your first episode of April 2026. I am, as always, the Canadian Nightmare, and I'm joined by Old Man Punk David. How's it going? You feeling old? Feeling old these days?
I am feeling old, and I am about 99.9% sure I'm the oldest of us three. So I'm going to embrace the grays and continue just being the old man.
I think until you're 100%. I think you got that going on there. So that's good to know. We got the hierarchy, and I'll throw it to the youngest, RIP to Y2 Joe Hendry. No longer S Bubs. TK, might have screwed you out of that draft. So no more Y2J picks for the next couple of years. Is the
I'll
surprise
say if
pick.
he came back, I had a whole pizza bet ready for the Rumble. If he came back, I was gonna pizza bet you if Fozzy was gonna perform at Mania.
Oh yeah, because they still haven't. I don't think they ever performed in WWE. I think we've talked about this, but they at one point when he was feuding with John Cena did a whole. They were going to do a band off there or something like that, and it's after Cena's album came up. It was the lead up to SummerSlam 205, and Cena performed "You Can't See Me, the Time Is Now." And Fozzy just came out, and they just like, "You're not good enough to hear our music," and they just left, which is so
I
funny
think
because
I've seen that.
yeah, they just throw everything down. But it's funny because I just feel like Fozzy the band was probably like, we'd like to play. Like John Cena doesn't need John Cena. Like even let Fozzy play like a minute and be like, you don't know what, you guys aren't good enough. We're gonna leave. But yeah, I don't know if they've ever played in WWE. I don't think they have. They've had theme songs as well. But yeah, somehow Jericho always comes up, but he will actually be talked about because the man is back in AEW. We got a loaded show. It is a big loaded show. Gentlemen, congrats. It's kind of weird because the way we started, but I don't think it's the official date, but it's around this month that we've been doing this for 3 years now, the gimmick. So happy 3 years, gentlemen. It's been a fun time. And as we did in the very first episode, we did a draft and WrestleMania predictions, and then we're doing Dynasty predictions and NXT Stand
Well,
Delivered
is it
predictions.
3 years? Is it technically like 2 years?
We are
Well,
going
Like
into
in
year three.
2024? Yeah.
yeah. So, but because because in the first episode we did those somewhere in April, right? Because we did it before
Yeah, probably
WrestleMania
around
Yep.
then.
240. Yeah, so we're about to because by time we get to the next episode, I think we're past the 3 years. So it's a little pre-birthday, but yeah, we're doing the 3 years, and yeah, as usual, we'll be doing 3 episodes this month. We got this, and then the reason we're doing WrestleMania, yeah, because usually it's the week before WrestleMania. Reason we're doing it a bit early is because next week I'm in Vancouver seeing Dynasty with Mr. Musk, so we couldn't do the draft or the predictions or anything like that. So that's why we got this. And then for WrestleMania, that will be our next episode. We'll be there night one and night two, which again, it's good because WrestleMania is going to start earlier, so easier for these guys, which is great. Don't got to worry about going too late. So we'll probably talk a little AEW Dynasty thoughts as well, NXT other stuff, especially in that night one episode. But yeah, that's when we'll be back. And then sometime at the end of April, we'll be doing our next GM mode stream. But yeah, we'll be doing WrestleMania night one and night two review. Should be an interesting time. We're gonna get that, but we're gonna do the draft first because we don't want to spoil on our predictions, our thoughts. We want to get into it. So predictions, we've got to dance around like who we think may win or whatnot. If you don't know, the draft works like a fantasy football draft where we get points on wins and big wins as far as on main events or Royal Rumbles or Mission Impossible. What the fuck was I talking about? Money in the Bank. They should do Mission. Oh, did they do Mission Impossible theme for Money in the Bank? Maybe that's what I was thinking of. I feel like some of the
Uh,
briefcase, but
Oh, they
yeah.
had that. Yeah, they had that one year where like they had that secret agent theme to the
There,
oh
briefcase.
yeah.
yeah, I feel like someone recreated semi the Tom Cruise thing, but yeah, and then we also get punished and stuff. So same thing of like Liv Morgan and Roman, if they were to lose their Royal Rumble, it's
Yeah,
kind of
if
like
you
losing a
draft
cash in.
Roman, Liv, Randy, or Rhea, that's like you're losing points that Mania if they
What
lose.
did we make? Did we
I
make
think
that on
for
the
Chamber, didn't
Chamber?
we Chamber? Or
Did
maybe
we
I
do it on
forgot.
Chamber? Or is that new? I thought it was Rumble because Rumble's like a big stain on your record. If you
I
lose a
feel like
Rumble,
last
then
year I remember doing it,
okay.
but
I just
I
want
mean
to know
we
that
can
going
change
into it.
it.
I feel like I'm fine to keep it, but I feel like the Rumble punishment should be more because the
Let
Chamber
me
is not
see
as
if I
bad.
can
But
find
Yeah.
yeah,
my
find out what the
rules.
Rumble is, and then I feel like a Chamber should be half that. That's what I think I'd be fine
Okay,
with it.
no, the Chamber isn't on there. I
Okay,
just
yeah,
looked it
yeah.
up.
Let's just keep it off because I feel like Rumble because I
It's
couldn't
just
tell you who wins
Rumble
the
or Money in the
Chamber.
Bank for failed losses.
Yeah,
There.
you asked me 5 years ago who won the Chambers. I don't know, but the Rumbles at least I can get there. And obviously, yeah, you can lose points on losses of the title, and then also we all pick a jobber for a person that gets the wins is a punishment. You want them to lose, but that'll be our last pick. So David, you get to go first this year because obviously your last place last year with a lot of injuries. So you get to open us up, and we're all going to pick 10. Doesn't matter which brand. You can pick NXT. You can pick you could pick a Chris Jericho. Maybe you think he's going to get in a fight with Andrade and get fired, and he'll be back in a couple months. You can pick whoever you want. So, David, the floor is yours to draft your first WWE superstar for this.
I am going to just start off with low-hanging fruit. QB1, I'm taking Cody Rhodes.
I'm never gonna get him. I'm never gonna get this guy. I'm wearing.
I
the
don't even
shirt.
put him on my list just because I don't know. I'm not gonna get
Yeah,
him.
me either. But it's just like I'm waiting. Maybe 1 year, people are thinking, he's not gonna be as good. Let's not pick him.
And you
But
have
no,
to purposely tank to get to the last spot. That way you can
I know.
draft
Yeah,
Cody.
and I guess I'll set that stage. Espo's won the first year. I won the second year. So we're seeing if I can two-peat. Espo's getting the second win, or Dave gets his first. But yes, David. All right, gets Cody Rhodes, of course, bastard. So, all right, S-Bubs, who's your first draft pick this year?
I'm going with the real QB1. I'm going with Io Sky.
Oh, there you go. Okay, Io Sky. Okay. She's got Io Sky. Thank God I can have her on. We know where I'm going, man. We're going. You say real QB1. I'm saying the original ultra mega QB1, Rhea fucking Ripley. You know, the person that really is the face that runs the place. Look at all this stuff. People talk about, what's happening with Cody? It's getting booed. What's going to happen with Punk and Roman? Rhea always getting those big pops. What is this? WrestleMania 39, 40, 41, 42. She's in a title match again. There's no like Cody Rhodes rumbling of people booing her. They don't fucking care. They love Rhea Ripley. She is the true face of the company. Even though I love Cody, he is a face of the company as well. But gonna do Rhea Ripley. I feel like there's a good shot she's beating Jade. She's still somebody that often cuts promos but still wrestles a lot. She's not like one of the promo people where, okay, Punk will wrestle once a month on a Raw and then he's just going to talk for 3 weeks after. I think Rhea will be in a random tag, or I know she'll beat Meechin or she'll beat B-Fab on the way. So I'm feeling pretty good about her beating Jade. And I feel like, again, she'll get me defenses. And she's just, other than being injured, I feel like she's one of those people that they'll say, hey, what's Rhea Ripley doing on this pay-per-view, right? Or this big event. So I feel like she's always got a spot. So Rhea Bloody Ripley, getting me another win. I had her the first year. I can't remember if I had the second year.
I think you did.
I think I did. I think she's a reoccurring draft pick. So Rhea,
Yeah.
we're going to do it again. So, all right, David.
All right.
two.
So since I took the QB1 with the first one, I'm going to take the ruler with the second one. I'm going Obafemi.
Oh, expecting big things. So that's like a WWE like.
I'm definitely expecting to win at WrestleMania now.
I don't know if you should hope for that. I'm not going to expect it. You get one more Raw where Obafemi's chokeslamming this dude. It might be over for Obafemi. You know, it might be the anti-push. That might be like, who is I feel like that it's better for you, but I feel like it's that year Carmelo got like picked like 1 or 2 in the WWE draft. That's what Dave's doing now. Like Oba, he's expecting big things. So okay, the ruler up and he's out of there. So S-Bubs, who you got?
I think because I don't know, because this could be like my Cena 2.0 if it goes right, or it could be really bad for me. But I think I'm just gonna go with Randy Orton.
Yeah, I think it'll be better than Cena because I feel like you still got chances of him doing some TV matches where maybe I'm wrong, but like other than starting my event, did Cena wrestle on Raw or SmackDown at all? When he did his
Cena
run?
had.
I think he only had like one or two in
he
that
had
run.
The R-Truth match on
SmackDown set up the pipe bomb too.
After SummerSlam, when he turned face, it was him and Cody against the Drew and Logan in like a tag match.
I forgot that happened.
That was like the SmackDown after SummerSlam.
They had like directly after SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I fucking
They're
hate
like
that.
him and Cody were like, we're friends now.
AEW does that too. When Moxley will be through the ring and they're like, man, the big thing about Moxley, he's very durable. It's like, no, this guy just like went through hell. Give him a week off to sell the injuries, like in kayfabe. That's crazy. They wrestled the week after,
And then he had like the tag on his last Raw and the Dom match on Raw.
Oh, right,
as well.
he did the 6-man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So there you go. And I think Randy will definitely get you more. And I feel. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like we all feel Randy's winning in 2 weeks, so I feel you're gonna get the title win.
And I think he probably main events Backlash. I could see.
I think Backlash, maybe a
'Cause I don't know
SummerSlam
if
night
Big-
1
I
or
don't know
2.
if Big Rome is working Backlash. I mean, it is in Florida, so maybe not that far away from where he lives, but
Was I wrong? Was SummerSlam 2 nights last year already, or is that starting
Yeah,
this
well,
Yeah,
year?
it was 2 lights.
What the fuck was the night and 1 main event for this year?
Punk and Gunther.
Right. Great match. Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, easily Randy's gonna probably main event one of those, barring an injury. So, okay. So now we gotta go. Like I don't mind sharing thoughts. It's like the big dog. I just don't know what to do with him. You know, it's the same thing. Like
He's not on my list. Like he's like too much of a wild card in these
yeah,
drafts, I
right.
feel
Like I get, but like I
He,
get.
he's on my list. He's just not high because there's that risk that he could just go away for 3 months randomly.
Because when we do the shake up in July, right? I think June or July.
I think, well, usually what we would do was have
Money in
it
the
right
Bank, but it's
before Money in the
December.
Bank, but they moved Money in the Bank after. So I think what we do is just have it like after whatever, like the second PLE after WrestleMania, or like when Money in the Bank would usually be. We do a shake up there.
So June-ish, yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
then
then
do one in
do
September.
an actual shake up like before actual, like do another one before Money in the Bank actually, because that's like the point of it, because we're sort of picking like who we think might win Money in the Bank.
Yeah, no, and I like that because it should be there. I
You're
just,
thinking already if you're gonna drop them. Let's see. If
I
they come.
am, and you know what? I'm gonna take him because I'm gonna get the Mania main event points. I think I'm gonna get a title winning point. Please do not do any Jey Uso heel turn stuff. Like I feel like in the short term, I could get a good enough points, and maybe by the time we get to June, drop them, and then I'll
Yeah,
have a
you're
good.
so giving you a negative 50 on the
I
first
swear to
night.
God. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is a gamble pick, but I'm kind of hoping it pays off. And
And I'll
even
say
then,
it's
too.
interesting. We don't have that many of like how last year we picked like Rusev and Aleister Black just like for the free 100.
Yeah.
Like there's no really like people who are like that like rumored to be like signing or like
No,
showing
it would have been
up
Jericho
or,
again if he hadn't signed
Yeah.
again. We would have, but like I feel like a lot of free agents are being locked down right now, or
I
it's
mean,
just people are in their
technically,
contracts.
there's someone you could draft and get like 100 points.
Someone on S-Bubs. If no one picks,
I
him,
just
we
thought
gotta
about
be
it now. I hadn't thought about it, but then I thought about it and maybe it could work out for me. Maybe that's my last pick.
Do we? Because is there points for NXT call-ups?
No.
Okay, so then I don't need to worry about any of that. So, all right,
Yeah.
David, your third pick.
All right. Going back and forth, I got two options here. I am gonna go with the best in the world, Mr. CM Punk.
That's risky, Mr. Promo guy. What if he takes the spear and he's gone for 6 months, David? You saw that guardrail this week. He was tempted.
I don't think he's gonna be the one leaving for a couple of months. I could see Roman winning and still being the one who leaves for 3 months.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
While
not
Punk would plug right into some other program with someone else. Hell, he might feud with Seth again or something. Just they will give him stuff to do.
Yeah. Okay. S-Bubs, pick number 3.
I think I'm gonna go with someone who I don't know the stats, but I feel like they probably has like some of the most matches like all year, and that's what I need because that's what screwed me some of these other years. I picked people who are like too high up who don't.
You were going
wrestle.
high risk, high reward last year.
So
Yeah.
I'm going with Penta.
That's a good one. And I feel
And I
like
feel like he wrestles on like at least like 2 to 3 times a month, like on Raw.
no, I agree, and I feel like I could be wrong. Maybe they throw it to Javon, but I feel like Penta's gonna.
Penta
get
had
there,
63 matches last year. He
you go.
was number 3 on the list.
Okay, so I'm not going to be getting points from this guy directly. Maybe just a little things here and there, but I'm banking on a lot of big stuff happening to him, and maybe this year or last year some injuries stopped that. But I'm going with Braun Breaker. I feel like this is a long-term pick. I feel like this is a guy that I want to keep, whether it's Money in the Bank, whether it's Rumble. I feel like by time we're doing the 4th annual Gimmick draft, he's probably going into a Mania main event. Maybe he's already
I
won it,
don't
right?
know.
Maybe-
You know, Oba stole his spot already.
They'll do the draft. They'll do the draft, and they'll send Breaker to SmackDown. It's okay. I'm saying they got to separate them. But the good thing is, though, no, that's where I'll push back. Is Oba's a babyface right now, right? So you got Braun as the heel, you got Braun as the Orton, and you got him as the Cena, or the Batista. So that's my hope. But yeah, I think Breaker either way is winning a Money in the Bank or Rumble within this draft season. I really do. Barring injury, I think that it's going to happen. I think they're going to heat him up with Seth. And even then, remember the original plans for last year was Roman versus Braun for the title at SummerSlam? That could easily be the plan again this year. As Roman wins, he does nothing. I drop him right before SummerSlam, and then Braun takes that strap off him. They could literally run that full thing back. Let's not run Ronda and Rhea back. Let's keep that in the boards. But Braun, I feel good things maybe down the line, but I want to take him before someone else gets him, and I'm regretting it. So, David, your fourth pick.
All right, this is a little bit of a risky one because WrestleMania could go either way, but going with S-Bubs is thinking, this was my thinking going into this pick. I'm going to take Stephanie Vaquer because she is always on TV, always getting matches.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, I think Rumbles or Mania, who knows, but she could get a win there. So title defense, it's good stuff. So, all right, S-Bubs.
I'm trying to think. Who is on my list here? I think, to cover all my bases, I think I'm just gonna draft Javon as well.
Whole icy field.
I'll get I think the points would even out even if Penta loses at Mania.
By the time you're done with your list, whoever wins that ladder match, you're gonna have them.
Are anyone gonna have Rusev? I don't know if anyone's gonna have Rusev. That's a risky play. Okay, so I'm kind of stuck between two. But what do I got here? It could be punishing, but I'll go on the other side. This is tough. I just don't know. Because I feel like my next pick, I'm between two, and I'd be really mad. I'd want them both, but I feel like my next pick could go. It's just a question of what are you guys thinking? I feel stronger on this one, so I'm going to take Liv Morgan. I know there's some risk there, the Rumble spot, but I'm with Dave where I feel like that Liv Stephanie is like a 50-50. I feel like that's a weekend call they're going to make because I could see them going both ways of Liv's the bigger star. We heard all that talk about like, hey, they want to give her a big push. Stephanie has worked most of the heels that she would work, but at the same time, they could reverse it where, hey, we want to give Stephanie a big win and establish her and whatnot. So I feel like they're going to go back and forth. So I could get punished, but I could easily see Liv getting that win. And she's always on TV. She's always working. She could always go back to the tag team title scene or run an IC thing with AJ or something. I don't know, but I feel like she's a good year-long pick again, barring
yeah, she was actually going to be my next pick just to cover my bases with that women's match, plus also the thought process of she's always involved in something. As long as she's healthy, she is definitely a front runner of the Raw Women's Division, so that's a good pick.
Yeah, and then even with the whole, if she didn't win the title, I feel like they're going to do more Judgment Day drama. They at first were hinting at her and Raquel kind of breaking up, and they pulled that back. They can easily revisit that story, right, of Raquel and Liv. So I think Liv's just always going to be working. So, and she's always, she's like Rhea now. She's always trending for some outfit. A lot of gooners online now with Liv Morgan, so they're going to push her just to get that going on as well too. But and I'm a Liv Morgan truther. You know, I think I'm always supporting her against the people pushing back. So yeah, I'll do Liv Morgan. So David, we're halfway through with your number 5.
Okay. Again, this one's a little bit risky, but I'm thinking Big Show points, and that will be yes, Paul White.
Yes, Paul White.
He's gonna come back and wrestle Gunther to retire him. But it's the actual pick, David.
But that's the actual pick. It is Gunther. So doesn't have as many TV matches as I would like, but man, he shows up in the big time, and I think he is being positioned as they are using Oba for the dominance, and then they are using Gunther as that kind of final boss type stage. So you can phase out Brock with this by just keeping Gunther in that big final boss type.
Yeah, and I think that whether it's whether it's planned right now or even with the injuries and stuff, I feel like Gunther's always a guy that every come Rumble season, I might be like, well, I'll just give it to Gunther, right? Like he's somebody that could easily win. So yeah, I think, and I think we all kind of agree that at some point, like he can be the career killer, but eventually he's going to run out of people. They're going to have to strap him up at some point. You know, like I know he already had it, but
I'm
like
happy with like the Seth match that it's like maybe this can show them like not every match has to be like a career match. Like
again,
if this
like
is a really good match, then they'll see like, oh, maybe we should have him do other stuff as well.
yeah, like Triple H was in the era, like it was his fucking boy when Randy Orton was the legend killer. Not every week was Randy going after a legend. One week he'd be like spitting in Harley Race's face, and the next week he's wrestling Shelton Benjamin. You know, like you don't have to. You can still be the career killer without having to kill a career every single month. Just like, oh, when it is time to put him out to pasture, Gunther's gonna rise up and do that. But it's like I agree with that. I hope the show's like, okay, let's come back and regular programs that aren't just a base, oh, you retired my friend, you retired this. So I hope that happens. And again, I think he's a good chance to at some point get a title next year. Who knows? But all right, Gunther's
I'm
out
hoping.
there. Yes, Bubs, where you is this Rusev now? Is this the
No.
pick? Is this JD?
I'm going with someone that I think I haven't been able to draft any other year before, but people are counting him out, you know, this year. But you know, who knows? Maybe he could be one of the most important characters of Mania weekend. I'm going with main event Jey
That was my
Uso.
next pick. Fuck. Damn it. That was the next one I wanted. Damn
Yep,
it.
it's same on my list. He's next down.
And I thought, oh, like they're gonna wait a little bit longer. Damn it.
I was hoping to get him with like 7 or 8.
Yeah. He also just wrestles a lot on TV too, you know?
Yeah.
So, and like who knows, they could do the heel thing
They
and do
just
that.
win the tag titles again.
Yeah,
or
they
something.
just win the tag titles. They could even give him another IC. Like he's a guy
And
that
I feel like they're probably winning like the Mania match.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless there's some sort, unless they lose. If they lose, and we'll talk about predictions, I think that is a chance that maybe Jay's turning heel because he might be frustrated, right, and then takes down Roman. But we'll get there. If he turns on Roman, it's one of the dumbest booking decisions ever. Makes zero sense. So, okay, I need to quickly think about who I want. Okay, I'm going to go with this one. I feel like I'm getting a win. I'm getting a title win this upcoming 2 weeks from now. And I feel like there's always a chance, whether it's Money in the Bank, big matches, whatever. I feel like there's tried and true stuff that WWE goes to, and it's crowd reaction. And who's getting the most crowd reaction right now? Fucking Trick Williams. I'm doing that.
That was my next one.
There's always a chance this motherfucker next year's winning the Rumble. I would not put it past him. I think Trick has done well enough because everyone was worried, how's he going to do in ring? I think he's wrestled W style fine. He's done the matches well. What is
And
working?
I think,
and
like Randy Orton like loves them, or like those top people seem to really like them
yes,
as well.
and again, what WWE values more is the promo and the character stuff in that company, and that's what he's killing right now with the jacket. Him doing media is so damn good. And again, I'm with other people where it's like, let's not wait fucking 3 to 4 years to push him. Like when Mark Henry's like, oh, in 8 years, Javon will be ready. It's like, no, like let's do it. Like Brock won the world title 6 months after he debuted. Kurt Angle won within a year. You know, I'm not saying you push everybody, but Trick is a guy where strike while the iron's hot. And whether it's babyface or heel, I could see we're talking about the Royal Rumble and the crowd's chanting, whoop that Trick, and he's going to fight Gunther or Braun Breaker or fucking even Roman. Like Trick, I feel like is a chance they might go, you know what? Just like the Jey Uso thing. Just push him. Let's just give him the big win. Let's go with the momentum.
I could
So
definitely see him just being like, like a Money in the Bank as well, or anything.
easily, yeah. And I think we all agree that we'll get there again, but he's being Sammy. It's like we'll get there.
That's
but like,
why I wanted him to, because I feel like he wins that U.S. title. I think as a heel, he probably doesn't do the open challenge, but I could see him still wrestling like a lot for the U.S. title.
Yeah. So going Trick Williams, very happy with that one. So David, you're up next.
All right, I'm going. I'm having a crisis of fandom here because I'm thinking about WrestleMania. But I am going to go with the man Becky Lynch.
Okay. Yeah. Are you mean a crisis because you don't know she's winning?
I love both her and AJ Lee. Like when it comes to this match, like I'm not sold either way on one of them winning. So right now I'm just going with my gut of who they're going to book to win, which is going to be Becky.
I feel like you're safe because either she wins the IC title or I feel that she get worked back into the main event program. Like
Yeah.
I think if she loses or Stephanie wins, that's a good sign. Like that could be Stephanie's next program is Becky because,
And
Yeah.
you're not
you know,
losing any points there, even if she does lose, since she doesn't like have the title. Like you'll just get
true.
like
Yeah.
you're either getting 2 points or you're getting like 10 points. So you're not
Yeah.
losing anything by picking her there for WrestleMania.
She's a try and true pick. So yeah, that makes sense there. So all right, S Bubs, who's your number 6?
I think I definitely need more women on my list, and I was trying to think like who are people who could wrestle a lot, who could like maybe win a title of some sort. And this person wasn't even on my list. Well, my list is pretty bad to be honest. It's like it was a very quickly thrown together list. So some people were
Come on,
missing. I
Nikki
just thought of
Bella.
them, but I am going with Bailey because I
Oh,
think her and Lyra
yeah.
are actually winning the tag titles.
You think they're winning?
You think they like her enough to give her a WrestleMania win?
I
S
think they
Bubs,
are
no, brother. She's taking the pin in that match. Nikki Bell's gonna be saying thanks for the house, and then totally like standing over with that tag title. I'm telling you,
Put on the chest and everything.
it's Bella Magic time. Okay, so I feel like this is a very risky pick because I feel like I got screwed by him one year, and I think David got screwed by him last year. But I gotta do it because again, another tried and true guy that I just go with of like main eventer, put a title on, always big stories. I'm going with Seth Rollins here.
He was next on my list.
He's a risky pick because I feel like each year he's been injured for us. But I feel like if you know him and Braun are gonna go, there could be a chance if Braun wins the title, that's like a defense for him, right? There's always a chance. Same thing if other people get injured. Seth is a put the title on him type of guy. Like he's try and true. They know he's a company guy. And I don't know whether it's Raw or SmackDown. He could easily go to SmackDown. Maybe that's a Randy Orton match. Like, and Seth always will be in. If there's a multi-man match, a chamber, that type of stuff, he'll always be there. I don't think he's at any time to win like Money in the Bank or Royal Rumble. That's I feel safe with like put him in the 6th spot. Where I think before he's always gone like top 3. I think with where he's in the card and the injuries, I think being like the what are we at now? Like the 18th, 19th overall draft pick. That kind of makes sense to where his career is going right now. So I hope, fingers crossed, he's healthy and he's good to go and nothing happens again this year. But yeah, so I think while he's around, he'll get me some stuff. So going with Seth Rollins as number 6. So David, we're at lucky number 7. It's gonna be lucky Rusev.
No, I am going to go with a different route. I mean, I'm hoping that he continues a good trajectory. I'm going to go with Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu. Yeah, actually, that's kind of lower for us. That's a good pick. Yeah, I kind of forgot about Jacob. So, Jacob Fatu. All right, Jacob Fatu. Genya, number 7. S-Bobs, where you going?
I think I'm gonna continue with getting more women on my list.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go with Raquel.
Raquel
'Cause
Rodriguez.
I also feel like she's one who wrestles a lot on TV.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Yeah. You know what? And I feel like that's a good reminder for me. I'm just gonna go Roxanne Perez. I feel like she's gonna hopefully now that she's back wrestle. She was before injury wrestling a lot on TV, and I feel because there's 2 ways we could be talking about this. If she's still just meandering next draft in the Judgment Day type of thing, I'm not gonna say it's over for her, but it's not looking good for her. I feel like this is the time that within the next 365 days they're gonna have to break her off and she do her own thing. I think she's somebody that could easily win Money in the Bank or Royal Rumble if they want to put a rocket to her. I think she's somebody, if we talk about if they break up her and Liv Morgan and they get their own ways, that's a Liv Morgan title defense. So Roxanne, I'm a 50-50 on this. I could easily look at it next year and be like, she really did nothing for me, or she could be like a sleeper pick. But just to like Espo's point, she also just wrestles a lot, so I need those weekly points. So let's get Rox on there. So all right, David, number 8.
All right. Number 8, this could be a little bit risky, but I have a feeling that if this person doesn't stay in the tag team, then they will eventually go on a nice little solo run, and that's going to be Miss Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair. Yeah. She
Here's
could
my
always get
next
back
one.
there. Yeah. She could always get back there because I feel like they could lose, take titles, and that be it for this team for a little bit. And Jade was expecting to work with her. They can always run back her and Rhea too. So,
Yeah,
That's a
that
good one.
she's a good option. If they don't continue the tag team with her and Alexa Bliss, then she's a good option to just plug into that women's championship match and be an opposing figure that someone thinks could actually win against either Jade or Rhea, however
Yeah.
that goes.
That's a good one. All right, Bubs, you had your next pick. David, take it from you. What do you got for the backup here?
I'm thinking. I think I'm gonna go because I feel like he's probably still gonna be. I'm in between two people.
Let's see if you're still in my next one.
I feel like he's talking about my next one. I know he said he, so that's
I think I'm gonna go with Carmelo Hayes.
okay.
No,
not who I
unexpected. But
had.
okay.
Carmelo.
Out of principle, I just refused to draft him.
Right, he was your jobber for a while. I screwed you over.
Then
It
he
could be a
decided to
good
go on
year.
a run.
Maybe the people are gonna get behind him. Let's see if he gets put in that triple threat. So, all right, this is a tough one for me because I feel like either of these two are going right now. It's like the Liv Jey Uso thing. It's like which one do I think is gonna do better, and which one is gonna go further. All right, I I don't know. This could be a risk, but every year, everyone's like, "Oh, it's his year," and then this guy fucking slips on ropes. But you know what? He's still getting that Aja Speed match. He is on that trending clip. Yesterday that got big social media traction. They don't know what to do with him, but they always put him in something. We know he's gonna be in the Money Bank match and reach for that briefcase. Then they get thrown down. I'm gonna throw LA Knight because I'm still gonna hope that maybe
2027, it's his year.
maybe this is the year he gets that Money in the Bank. Maybe this is the year he gets that 1 month title run. He's a perfect guy to get that, and then someone cashes on him. I don't know, but I feel this legitimately, I think, is the shitter get off the pot. I personally think they're just going to get off the pot and not push him, but I want him on my roster in case it happens. Same thing. Again, what if happens injures? What if Roman gets injured? Seth again, like, you know what, LA, it's finally your time. You're going to get it. Same way, Punk got the title this long because Seth got injured. This was not the plan. So I feel like Knight could be the same thing of, because again, this guy's still fucking over. He's barely on TV. He's losing all the time. I won't say barely on TV, but in a main role, he still gets massive pop. So at some point, they got to throw him a bone, I hope. So that's why I'm getting LA Knight. And brother, please stay off the top rope for my case. Don't injure yourself this year. But at least I know he's on Mania as well too. So
that was going to be my next pick, and
good.
it was going to be my next pick for the reason of he had the most matches in 2025 with 67. So you actually your last two picks have been the two people with the most two matches. LA Knight with 67 and Roxanne Perez with 65.
Hell yeah, workhorses. Let's go. That's all I'm about the Iron Men and women. So
go ahead and get those TV points.
Your penultimate pick here, David. Second last pick.
Second to last pick.
Rusev's still on the board. He's still there. I'm gonna fucking laugh if he wins the ladder. That would be the funniest thing if he wins the ladder match and we had this running gag and we'd get no points. So
I am kind of going back and forth on this, and I'm leaning towards. I've got three names listed, but I'm leaning towards this one only because I feel like, again, this is a big show type of guy. So we're gonna see him on the main shows, but he is also definitely going to have a match on the biggest shows, and that is Mr. Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre, yeah, and maybe after Highlander, maybe he's gonna be hot shit, right? He's gonna come after that, and people are gonna love him in that role, or he just leaves. All right, S-Bubs, your second last pick.
I don't know. I feel like I kind of ran like there's one person. It's hard.
I'm really worried.
I don't think you have to because literally, like, I only have like one or two people on my list left, and I don't even know if I want them.
Okay.
We got two people left on my possibles, and let's see if you guys steal them both.
Sweating over here.
I'm really looking through cage match of weeks and weeks of stuff.
I feel like he's gonna see my pick. I feel like he's gonna see it and be like, "All right."
I don't know if you would have this person,
Okay.
but I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with Lash Legend
Oh, I didn't, but
Oh,
that's actually a good pick.
that's a good
because I
one.
feel
That
like
could be
she
a
probably
breakout.
loses at Mania, but I think she's gonna have a big year in general.
She could, and obviously we redraft, but I think she could be one of the people that is like next WrestleMania season in like a bigger role or something like that because she's impressed a lot. So no, that's I didn't think about that, but that could be a good low key pick. Okay, so much like the last guy, he's been in line for a push past couple of years. We heard a scoop in 2024, 2025 was going to be his year. It wasn't. Maybe that's 2026. I'm picking Finn Balor. I'm saying we're going to get the demon. People are going to be throwing up those hands. We're going to get a renewed push, even if it's just the IC title, baby. But I think there's a slight chance. Again, he could be there could be like let's give him a month run. Let's do something with him. Do I think that's gonna happen? No. I think LA Knight has a better chance, but Finn Balor also just wrestles a lot. But you never know. Maybe he gets heated up, and maybe they just make him be the demon the whole time. But I feel like Finn wrestles a lot, and I, I'm hoping he's gonna get some wins here now as a babyface. Like I think he's beating Dom. I don't know 100%, but I think he's beating Dom. So Finn Balor, welcome to the Redemption Squad with LA Knight and Seth. So
That was my next pick was Finn, and
God.
it was going off of the hope that he embraces the demon for WrestleMania and then goes on a little bit of run. I'm like, if he even goes on a 3-month run before they decide to forget about him for a while, it's worth the points.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, easily I could drop him later on. So
Yeah.
Finn Balor, my second last pick. All right, David, your last regular pick.
All right. My last regular pick. I am down to 2 more people. I don't trust one of them, even though they are technically a champion within WWE. So I am going to go with Dirty Dom Mysterio.
Dirty Dom. Yep, I think there's big potential for him down the line too to see what happens with him.
Even,
So
even if he loses at WrestleMania, I have a feeling he will still be in the mix of a lot of things that they're going to have him involved. I mean, the guy is a heat magnet. And so, yeah, I could see them definitely doing something with them. My other pick was Damian Priest, but I do not trust them with him.
don't trust the weapon man. All right, S Bubs, what's your final pick?
I feel like I always gotta have a crazy pick in there, and by my own rules that I created those 2 or 3 years ago, the 100 points comes after someone's first match, not their first appearance in WWE. So holding out for the 100 pointer, I'm drafting Danhausen.
Danhausen. Oh my God, yeah.
If he literally has like a 5-second squash where he loses on some episode, that's 100 points for me because he hasn't had a match yet.
You know what, that is a smart move because I did not think about the fact that he hasn't actually wrestled yet.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. That's low-key a good one. Man,
I literally thought about that when we were talking at the start. Like, there's nobody I could draft who could give me those 100 points because they've all wrestled already, or there's no one else coming. So, but technically, he hasn't wrestled yet.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's a good one. Yeah, look at Punk on his Instagram.
Oh yeah, I slowly
posting
with
the
the
ROH
jacket.
jacket. That's interesting. If he
I
comes
feel
out
like he's
that,
gonna do the entrance. Like
oh
I've been listening. I
some
think he could do
AFI.
like I think he does it and then like transition into Cult of Personality.
Yeah. Okay, good job with the Danhausen pick. Because I'm just kind of looking through and I don't know. There's one person I could, but like I would hate to have them. I guess I'm last. I can speak it. There's Logan Paul because I think he's always a fucking risk to win Money in the Bank. Like I legitimately think one year they're gonna do it, and it's just, do I really want him on my roster? And he's gonna lose the tag team titles at one point, but I feel like that could happen. I don't want Sammy because I don't trust what's gonna happen with. I don't know what's gonna happen with Sammy the next little bit. Like I don't know. I don't know what his career trajectory is right now.
He's going back to AAA as El Generico.
that would actually kind of be low key amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
Him versus El Grande, Ludwig Kaiser.
Yeah.
Sell out a stadium on that match.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just, as much as I dislike the guy, I'm going to take Logan Paul. He wrestles on Raw. He's not going to lose the tag titles on WrestleMania. And like I said, I legitimately think he's just for the meme of it, for the moment. I think Paul's a perfect person. He has the briefcase on his fucking podcast, social media. He can cash and get the cheap one. He's, to me, also a perfect, those champions get that world title run like before WrestleMania season starts. That's Logan Paul. Like, he's the type of guy that could lose it at a Rumble or the Saudi one, like right before.
The Drew run that he had this year.
100%. That
where he wins
September,
in a cheating way, defends it one time, and then some face beats him for it going into Mania.
That September to February, early March type of run, that could be Logan Paul. Like, that's what they did to Edge, right? The first time he won the title, he won it, held it like Money in the Bank, held it for a month, and then it's like, sorry, man, we need it for Triple H and Cena.
That first run is literally
3 weeks.
People remember it, I think, more because of the moment, but yeah, it's 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's 3 weeks.
It's
the cash in, it's the sex celebration. It's 2 weeks, and then he loses at the Rumble, and that sets up the Foley feud because Foley just randomly comes in there. And I remember Edge was just really pissed about all that stuff because I guess they never told him, but they were kind of like, oh yeah, it could be you and John at WrestleMania, and then Triple H came back and just fucking took that spot right from him. Especially he was really pissed because he was like, all my segments are doing better, my merch is better, and Triple H gets it. But Edge got to have the best match of that WrestleMania.
Funny enough, people remember Edge and Foley more than Cena and Triple H.
That's one of those, he got the chip on. And then after they were like, okay, we're gonna run with you, because then they gave him a big long run, and then he was the Seth Rollins guy where anytime someone's injured, just put on Edge. Edge is the guy to go to. So I'm gonna. But Logan Paul, I think, could get that type of run where. Because even Roman, he cashed it on Roman, or who knows what happens with Randy. I don't know. I could also see a moment where if they run this back and Randy wins the title and Cody wins it at SummerSlam, you could know that Cody's, whatever dream, and then the AO hits, and then he cashes in. Because that's a perfect, I don't know if the crowd's going to cheer, and that would help Cody be a babyface, right?
That was after Punk won, where he was like, I'm gonna defend it against AJ Styles and Finn Balor, and he named all the top workers, and then Logan's music hit, and they never did the match. Funny enough,
they never did. Yeah, but that's where it's somewhere. Hey, after Cody gets the title back, how do we heat him back up as a baby? Put him with Logan Paul because we know Paul's going to get booed. It's like the eliminating Roman in the Rumble method.
When he won after Mania 40, he had the AJ match, but then next was Logan Paul against Saudi. Just as a title defense.
And they could flip it this time now, right? Where Paul's the champion, Cody. And even then, think about Ultra Heat. If he gets back and the crowd's into him, imagine at SummerSlam, Braun Breaker beats Roman Reigns and Paul cashes in on fucking Braun Breaker. Man, that could be some good. You could be heating Braun up to be
Money in the Bank.
Fuck, you're right. Yeah, okay. So it's not okay. Whatever's after Money in the Bank.
I think there's gonna be I think they're gonna do some WrestleMania cash-ins next year, having moved
it's closer
later.
Yeah. Because it's been a minute. I guess
the only cash-ins at WrestleMania are just Seth and Priest still.
Right, fucking Priest, yeah. So, okay, there we go. We got to do the jobbers now. So, David, who you picking this year? I feel like you got a bad history of your jobbers, which is a good thing. So, I feel like David, whoever you pick's gonna get a push this year. So, but you got
Matt Cardona.
Actually, Matt Cardona is my pick. I am going with Matt Cardona.
Watch him fucking win Money in the Bank, everything. He gets the mega push.
Generational run for Matt Cardona.
Yeah,
brings the Deathmatch King to WWE.
I think you're gonna get one because I feel like he's gonna. Oh no, he already wrestled Randy and lost. It might happen one more time, maybe for a title defense. But S Bubs, who you got?
I mean, I'm happy David picked Matt Cardona because I have to go with Kit Wilson.
Yeah, you gotta go with Kit Wilson. Yeah, that's a good one. So I'm just trying to find somebody because those are the top two. Somebody that works a lot and loses. I always used to put JD in this spot, but I feel like they've been heating him up a little bit. Priest would have been fine. So I'm gonna put
JC Mateo.
No, man. Just for the meme of it all, I gotta go with Rusev. We brought him up multiple times. We said he'd go undrafted. Nah, I'm drafting my man. He's gonna be in the jobber thing. I think he will. Again, look at what happened on Raw with Oba. He lost in 3 minutes. This dude, he doesn't get it. It's over for you. You're done. You're not. At least Black is still winning matches on SmackDown, right? Rusev,
I was gonna say, someone said Aleister Black beats everyone right before they're pushed. Like he beat Sammy, he beat
Yeah.
Randy, like he beat a bunch of people. Like and then after like 2 weeks later, they're getting pushed.
Which is crazy. Like, how is it not a four-way? Maybe we'll start there with Sammy and Trick, and like Mel's on there, and how Black not in there. How's Black not like, dude? I just beat you really easily like a couple weeks ago. Like, I'm getting a WrestleMania title shot. Like, why is it actually Trick? You know, which is fine because Trick, we know why, non-kayfabe why, but why in kayfabe is Black not like? Fuck, man. Like, I definitely deserve a shot. So, yeah, here is the list before we get to WrestleMania predictions. So, David's got Cody Rhodes, Obafemi, CM Punk, Stephanie Vakir, Gunther, Becky Lynch, Jacob Fatu, Charlotte Flair, Drew McIntyre, and Dom Mysterio. And his jobber is Matt Cardona, who you get points for if they lose. So, there you go. S. Bubs' list is Io Sky, Randy Orton, Penta, Javon Evans, main event Jey Uso. No Jimmy Uso this year for any of us. Sorry, Jimmy. You're on the back burner again. Bailey, the role model, Raquel Rodriguez, Carmelo Hayes, Lash Legend, and Dan Housen for the Big 100. Then his jobber, Kit Wilson. And my picks are Rhea Bloody Ripley, the Big Dog, the Tribal Chief, the original OTC one.
You see Santron's not got the OTC one anymore. I noticed this week he just does OTC normal.
Thank God. It's so dumb.
He doesn't have to take shots at Cody. Now he's getting his main event. So
and you know what sucks too? You know, after he wins that world title, he's getting some new acronym too. I don't know what it's going to be, but there's going to be a new world title shirt, like World Heavyweight like Champ OTC, WHOTC. Yeah. But Braun Breaker, Liv Morgan, Trick Williams, Seth Rollins, Roxanne Perez, LA Knight, and Finn Balor. And then my jobber is Rusev. Rusev, don't win that IC title, please, man. All right, let's get into WrestleMania predictions. Let's talk about these two matches so I don't forget them. The two matches that are rumored. So we're just talking about this. It's not official. The idea is they're going to have 14 matches per night, 7-7. Right now, the rumor looks like it's after they did the spot yesterday. It's for sure happening where it's LA Knight and the Usos versus the Vision and I Show Speed. Technically, you know, we talked about this. I think this is a better spot for LA Knight than the Brock Lesnar spot that was rumored because he was just going to lose there.
He was just going to get like jobbed out. By
and it could also been a bad match. And I think this gets him some publicity. And again, this shows to me that they still care about him somewhat. He's still popular. For prediction wise, for who I think is going to win this, like I said, I think this could go either way. I could see easily just a fun, the good guys get the win, or it is if they're setting up stuff with Jay, or it's just like, hey, we want I Show Speed, we want a WrestleMania moment, we want him winning the match.
I Show Speed had like a reality show type episode where he like trained at the PC for a day and had a match, and in that show he lost to just like an evolved guy, so I think he's fine with losing the Oh
no, I think he's fine. I mean, what if they want that, right? If they want the ESPN I Show Speed,
because the thing was supposedly that at SummerSlam Jelly Roll was Jelly Roll was supposed to win, and he was like, I want to lose.
We'll get to Jelly Roll. I'm gonna say we'll get to that because I'm gonna use that example. So I think I'm a 51%. I'm gonna go with the baby faces here, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Vision gets the win here. So David, who's your official pick for if this match happens for the Vision versus Usos and Knight?
My official pick is not who I want to win, but it's who I think is going to win, and that is going to be the Vision and I Show Speed, because they are going to want those pictures in the media. They are going to want that press. They are going to want the continued talk and push. They're going to want Logan Paul showing up on his podcast with the tag team championships. Are going to want I Showed Speed talking trash on his streams and everything else. He showed up to an event right after the LA Knight thing, and he was all he had a Band-Aid over his eye, his arm in a sling, like he was selling it like no other. So I think that they are going to rock with that.
Plus, there's one way I could see the Vision getting the win is if they want to do like an LA Knight I Show Speed comedy match where Knight just beats him up and gets the win. Like I could see them doing that at some point in the future. So and I'm actually,
I think the faces win.
You think the faces win? Okay, I'm actually writing these down because the night of we're gonna lock it. We're gonna look and see who gets
I could even see the thing being like the Usos end up fighting off Theory and Logan, and then it's only Speed's left in the ring, and LA Knight just beats him, like hits the BFT and pins him.
Yeah. My other thought process when I originally was thinking about this being just for the championship before they did the switch on TV, I had the vision going over for two reasons. Number one, I don't know like how soon Naomi is supposed to give birth, and number two, pretty soon after Backlash, and Saturday night's main event, their next two pay-per-views are all out of the country, and that does not tend to go well for Jimmy Uso and traveling.
Yeah, at least the titles aren't aligned. But yeah, I don't think they're winning them back anytime soon. They shouldn't after that god awful theme they've been given. So, okay. And then the other rumored match is we talked about before is Io versus Asuka. I know it's been back and forth as far as like the triple threat. So if you want to put, if you think, but no one would think Kari would win. So it wouldn't even matter. Right?
I saw someone saying Kyrie's getting the Linda standing up at WrestleMania moment during this match.
Yeah, this for me is like I think could be a good match. They'll probably give them maybe 7 to 10 minutes. I think Io easily wins this. I feel like you just keep her going, you keep her hot. She was the part of the triple threat last year, so I think Io, if this match happens, Io's taking it.
The anti-Undertaker streak at
oh yeah, and she had the streak before. So I suppose where are you going if this match happens?
I'm going with Io as well. I think there's like a chance Asuka could win, depending like if this is gonna be like a longer feud. I could see just to like give Asuka the win at WrestleMania if they really want to. Even if they just have Io beat her like the next 2 times or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'll see. It depends. I think for prediction I'll go Io, but I wouldn't exactly be like shocked if Asuka pulls it out.
They could also do Kari do like the full turn, and now she's going to be evil with Asuka because it's been the back and forth when she's going to leave her, and it could be like you said Linda. I'm going to go with the Chris Jericho scenario where Trish went in there to look like she was saving Jericho, but actually went to turn on him. I could see them running that back, but with Kari in that spot, Mister, it's over. But David, where are you? We're both on Io. Where are you?
All right, so I am on Io, but I want to put a little asterisk on this, because I want something to happen between now and then. I don't know if we have time, but I want something to happen. I want a match between one of them, I don't care which, and Julia, and interference happens, and they turn that into a triple threat at WrestleMania. I give me the full Japanese shit show of DDT meets Stardom meets Absolute. We're gonna go balls to the wall, and because I think that they could seriously have like a crazy, insane match, and I would love for then Io to walk away with the Women's United States Championship.
Julia's sitting ringside at Raw on Monday, and that's how they set it up. Like, oh, Julia's here because that's definitely a SmackDown before. I don't think Stratton's on that card now. And, Stratton, just some advice. Stop talking about leaving WWE while you're like still.
Well, the
still
thing about
working
that interview clip that was going around, it was like 2 years old. It was like from like
really?
She had like one match on the main roster at that point. Yeah,
and then she started talking about the Hollywood and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, why did you recircle that? That's so weird.
Well, because people were saying like, "Oh, she's always said this." It's like it was like a clip from like two. It was like pretty much from around the time we started this podcast, basically.
It is crazy. Like, from where she was last year to what's going on now, they definitely cooled on. Like I said before, if Io and Stratton don't have matches, I find that very odd. And Io, they're making sure. I think they very appreciate Stratton. Yeah, I guess she's just going to be on that SmackDown WrestleMania, and that's not great for her. So, okay, so now we'll go to the actual officially announced card. We got Seth Rollins versus Gunther. Obviously, this has been all over the map. At one point, it was rumored Gunther's going to wrestle Ray. He was injured. Seth was going to wrestle Braun, and then Braun's gone. And now it sounds like the rumors going around. I think Fightful and I think Dave reported this, where around February, like Chamber time, they decided it's going to be Gunther. Because I think it probably sounds like it was going to be Seth and Bronson Reed as the match. And then when Bronson was down, it's like, okay, that's done. All I hope for this one, I don't care about the Rush thing because I saw that as a criticism, and I don't get me wrong, I'm always down to criticize booking of WWE, but like both the people they were gonna wrestle, or even 3 people, have been injured, so it's like I don't care if it's a thrown together match because it's like all their like when injury happens. I don't care about like weird booking because you're just doing the best you can, right? So, and to me, this is like, what's the best match for Gunther on the card is Seth. I talk about this in the Discord. All I want is I don't want this to be a shitty Edge AJ finish. I want them to go, even if after the match, that's when Braun comes back. Because what I pitched is my worry is they're having like a 4.5. Gunther is doing the chokehold. They go back, ref bump. Seth hits the something out of nowhere spear, and Braun takes out the fucking hoodie, and Gunther gets the win. You can do that after the match. You can do that on Raw the next day. Just let them work. Let them go. Go for the Raw after moment. Like, let them. I know. I don't. People are getting way too ahead of themselves. People have been sharing the like angle Shawn Michaels gif. Let's slow down, brother. Like, I'm not expecting that. That's like, and I was there live. That's an all timer, and I get the idea of just these like two workhorses. But like Seth has a lot of injuries, right? I guess Kurt did as well, but difference. Seth wasn't on perks. He wasn't perk Seth yet. So that's my only hope is just let them work. Do the storyline after, but I worry that with them wanting a moment, if you were to ask me what I think is going to happen, I think the Braun thing is going to happen. I think either way, Gunther's getting this win, but I hope they just let them work. And this is a great pairing, but I just hope they leave them alone. So, Espos, how do you see this match going, and who you got winning it?
I think I agree with you like 100% in that. Like, I think that's definitely how it's gonna end.
And you're gonna fucking Michael Cole. Who is it? Who's under there? Who did this? After he hit the spear. Oh my God, it's Braun. That gif you share, or that thing of Cole yelling at the monitor, I can hear it already. I can hear it.
What a WrestleMania moment.
Yeah. Back at WrestleMania. Who could have thought, you know?
But yeah, I think it will be really good, and it will end pretty much exactly how you said it will.
Damn it. David, you got any other feelings here on the match and the winner?
Yeah, no, I got Gunther winning. I think that there will be some interference that's going to cost Seth. I think it's going to happen. Unfortunately, I think it's going to happen mid-match, and it's going to be a situation where Gunther is just going to just smile and laugh at Seth's pain of getting interfered on and then just choke him out.
Yeah. Do we think, because people have been talking about this, I guess we should talk about that. Do we think that they are, storyline-wise, are they going to try and get this any reasoning at all, whether it's a favor from Paul? I do like this pitch that someone threw out of the idea of Paul promising Gunther a Brock match. I really like that as far as, like, okay, help me here. I don't know if
I can see the explanation being some sort of, like, even if it's just like in a random backstage segment of Heyman saying, like, he has a favor or he paid him off or something to attack Seth.
When Gunther main events WrestleMania, Paul has to be there, you know. David, do you think they explain that, or do they think they just go and like, Gunther just won a match, you know?
I think that it gets explained only if eventually Gunther will retire Brock, which again, if real life circumstances right now has anything to do with anything, go ahead and retire Brock, please.
Well, and even Brock in those interviews has said that he's only here for a short time, which is I mean,
still, like I said from like
he said he's got to put his kids through college. I'm like, what the hell? Man, you're making
like a year ago, so that's gonna happen at like SummerSlam.
Yeah, no, you're right. I didn't think that at all. I was like, no, he's like back for all, because I don't get the hassle of like why bringing him back at this. Like again, like other than his coming back after that, the segments didn't pull. Like sure, Brock and Oba's doing stuff, but like Oba could have easily been doing something else too. Like it's not worth the hassle. But
I would jokingly say, who does he have dirt on? But I think we know the answer to that.
Yeah, he's got a lot of dirt on, and I don't know what the money is situation. So. Yeah, hopefully SummerSlam is the end of Brock and we move from there. And again, I posted in the Discord. I don't know what the Raw social media team was doing. That whole Sam Roberts podcast of the Gunther assault Seth Rollins and that photo they used. Oh my God. I show that to Emily. That's like, what are they doing over there? Like, that's a wild image in the WWE sphere to be posting. It's like, geez. So. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Next, we got... my other pitch is, I feel like this is a night one match, because I feel we have a good shot of getting that John Cena, AJ Styles thing happening with Gunther.
I was going to say, I don't think this match and Brock and Oba are on the same night. So I'll say this is night one, and I think right now it's opening night two.
Yeah, it has the orange poster, and I think the orange posters are night one.
Okay, and that's why I just feel like the Hall of Fame's coming out, going to be like, did you see my match at WrestleMania where I beat Seth Rollins? And then phenomenal forearm, FU or F5.
Music, yeah,
FU, yeah, Stephanie's music, the slap and everything. I think that is happening. I guess we didn't talk about that. Cena's the host of WrestleMania. He got the call because ticket sales were late, so push up, which I just love how he talked about his last speech to the talent roster of Stone Cold. Like, oh, you see all these people up there? Next time I come back, I want to see more of them. And then like the first WrestleMania with that, I'm like, John, we need you to come back. That's not on the talent. That's what I'm saying. But I just love the idea of that happening. But yeah, I think you get that. I think you're gonna get very wacky John Cena doing stuff like that. That stupid image goes around him in the oversized suit doing the Mean Gene thing. I think it's gonna be very comedy Cena heavy.
Danhausen backstage.
100%. Like I think they're just gonna go for last, and he's gonna get that moment. It's gonna be interesting to see if he gets an entrance. Is he really gonna run down with the suit, or like it's gonna be? We'll see.
So you're thinking
they just like start in the ring, like
true.
like
but do you not want that pop though? Do you not want the music hitting the crowd? Go, it's Cena.
Yeah, or maybe he's just like on the stage or something.
Yeah, true. He doesn't have to run. The stage is probably a better idea. Yeah.
I want a backstage segment when he brings back the suit from the Southpaw Regional Wrestling. Like
I think easily
I need
could.
that.
Like they're gonna lean into that type of stuff. So we'll see. Next up, you got the Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team with the Irresistible Forces with Nia and Legend. You got Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. Which don't they have a team? Do they have a team name or no?
Alexa.
Fuck off, man. I got Lyra and Bailey, and then you got the Bella Twins. I've been saying this for like 6 months now. I'm sticking with it. The Bellas are leaving WrestleMania. Even if they lose the night after, they're getting the Mania moment. They're holding them on the fucking stage for the podcast. I'm saying the Bellas get the win here. And like this could be like a 2.5 car crash match. Like this could be. I actually think this could be real bad. They are gonna have to rely on Bailey and Lyra to hold this down.
You gotta keep Lyra, Lash, Charlotte, and Bree. You got to keep them in there the whole time. And
yeah, exactly. And even Bree's a stretch. Even Bree's like a stretch. But yeah, like Lyra and Bailey can never be not in this match. Like that's where it is. And yeah, Charlotte.
Yeah,
but
it depends on the rules they do too, because they're very inconsistent if they do where everyone's in or if only 2 people are in.
I'm thinking they're gonna go with the 2 people to avoid. That's what my prediction is, because then you can easily have like a Bailey with somebody, a Lyra, a Charlotte. So that's my prediction is they do 2. So. S-Bubs, who's gonna win here? You said in the prediction.
I think Bailey and Lyra, they do a redemption arc from last year. You know, full year story. They're finally doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Bailey and Lyra. David, where are you going there?
Realistically, I think that Nia and Lash retain, but I am convinced now to agree with you that they're going to go, unfortunately, the Bella route. I don't want it, but I can see it, and it hurts my soul.
You can not want it, but you can see it. You can look and you can't touch. I can literally see the Bells losing them to like the SmackDown after Lash and Nia right away. Like just like a 5-day run. That's it. And like, well, because they can always say we were the tag team champions. Like they did that with Lyra and Becky last year, right? They can easily do it again.
Their social media reach is just way too high. They're going to want to put the belts on them and then have that moment. Also, somewhere in the back of my mind, I think the petty part of me is like they want to put it on Brie because Daniel is Bryan Danielson is in AEW. Like I could see that being a dumbass reason.
She's sitting in the crowd at some AEW.
I hope so. I love it. He's doing the yeses. They're like, look, that's former WWE superstar Daniel Bryan. Imagine he comes in the ring and they do the whole like he's with
the other way around. Like Bree's at an AEW show, like with the title on.
Oh yeah. Like that Rory. I don't know if you ever heard about this. There's a guy that
like the TNA
Highlanders.
guy,
yeah, he was front row. Yeah. They highlight him, then they fired him, and they suspended him, then fired him. So. Next up, we got, as of right now, the Fatal 5-Way ladder match. There was a rumor that they might put SmackDown or AAA people, but that's TBD. But we got Penta, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, and Rusev. Apparently, these qualifying matches happened on main event months ago. Just bullshit stuff. Like, to me, all these make sense.
They put them onto a compilation and posted it like
I saw. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
To show all people that they haven't.
All these make sense to me, though. Like, it's great to see Dragon Lee. They gave him, like, a mini push when Ray's hurt, sure. Javon, like, we've thought about this for
like
weeks.
AJ Styles did more for Dragon Lee in, like, 2 months than being, like, Rey Mysterio's friend did for, like, 2 years.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And then you got Penta, who's always, popular in there. JD, he's a workhorse. That makes sense. Rusev, that's like a
huge
damn
big guy in the ladder match. It's like what's his name was in like the 5-star North American title match. like Lars Sullivan. Like
And don't get me, don't get me wrong. And
I
don't
need someone to
dislike
throw away,
Rusev,
throw around the little guys.
how is that not like? You just put Damian Priest in there, you know, like if they get a SmackDown guy, he could be the big guy. Like, it's just crazy to me that he has a match over some of these other people on the roster. But I'm hoping Javon gets the win, but I'm just gonna go with Penta retains here for the safety, and I think because what did Penta do last year?
He was in like Fatal 4-Way IC title match,
Right?
with
Yeah.
Braun, Finn, and Dom.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Penta here. I think they're just gonna go safe. I think Javon can win in the future. I would like Javon to get it, but I'm going with Penta.
I've heard rumors that Vikingo could be added to this, and if that is the case, that would be absolutely amazing. But either way, I'm agreeing with you that Penta's gonna walk away from this. I think it's gonna be like the only other option I could see is them using this as a chance to get Javon the championship after he does something crazy, but I don't think he needs it right now. I think Penta taking it and riding with it a little bit more would probably be the best pick.
I feel like they're gonna like Hardy 23 him where Javon's gonna do something crazy and then like takes him out of the match, and then
he's gonna do the Cody Rhodes Ricky Saint spot, the ladder cutter thing.
Oh,
Or no, not Richie Saints. Sammy Guevara. Yeah, he's
Cody's
going to do
last match,
the jumping cutter off the ladder
I can
spot
see
like
that.
Yeah.
And that's what Rusev's
Yeah,
there
like
for.
I said, like I would want Javon to win, but I think Penta, like especially having been like him finally getting the IC title, I don't think he loses it so quickly. As for other people they could add to this match, like with SmackDown people, like
Priest got to be in there, right? And like R-Truth gives you man.
You know, they got to be working the SmackDown before Mania. They're main eventing.
That or the Battle Royal. I just thought like Truth could be like his manager and give him a comedy spot. Like it's crazy to me if Priest is not.
I'll say I could see if they like just throw Phoenix in there just for you know Big Bro Penta makes the call to put him in there. Big Kingo probably gonna be in there. I mean. Depends like what tier you want these guys to like these SmackDown, because you could, if they're not putting like Mello in the US title match, they could just put him in the other mid card title match just randomly, or you know the classic you know, put Matt Cardona.
I was gonna say Cardona. I don't, because he just shared today the anniversary of him winning the title with the IC. I could see them being that the reason, like I remember when I won and that whole speech. So I don't think Cardona is off the table. So
but I think Max probably like 8 people in this. So Vikingo and like 2 SmackDown people.
If they do add Damian Priest, then I definitely need R-Truth running out, climbing the ladder, and putting the tag title on the hook.
They could do something like that, yeah.
Like the TNA King of the Mountain.
The reverse, King of the Mountain, reverse battle royals. So, okay. So next up we got Finn versus Dom. I feel like just Finn's got to win here. I do think they are going to do the demon, and I just think Finn gets the win, and they move on.
Yeah. I'm honestly just here for both of their entrances because I think they're both going to have some bomb-ass WrestleMania entrances. As long as Finn doesn't come out with that weird gimp mask, then I'm okay with that. Like,
never again.
I want him to bring back the demon or something close, just like have a really cool "This is my time" entrance, and then Dom always has
he did have
entrance.
the mask, but he takes it off, and under he's got the demon paint on, just to show like I'm done with the mask now.
The mask is so bad I don't even want it. I don't want to see that mask ever again.
The bag mask.
Like
I need the Nikki ASH just walk by the trash can and drop it in.
Yeah,
they did with the 24/7.
Whoever agreed, like I'm gonna get a mask that's gonna cover my entire face just for my entrance, and it's like all my motion gone. Like everyone should have just looked at Finn like, no, that's dumb, man. Like you're not like take that shit off, put your bandana back on. So you're a Finn as well, David?
Yeah. I'm going with Finn. Even though I've got Dom on my roster, I do think Finn is going to win this, at least.
Started the push, started Finn's big man.
I'm trying to think of something. I've been trying to think this whole episode of something, because the first year we had a counter for how many super kicks there would be in Jimmy versus Jay. Then last year we had a counter for how many Cero Miedos would Penta do in the match. And this year I'm trying to think what's something we can do like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. nothing too like a new gimmicky to do.
I was trying to think like maybe something for like one of these main events, like how many run-ins or something like that. Or you know what? Maybe you could do like for all of WrestleMania, how many ref bumps will there be?
Oh god. Okay.
There's at least 4 in the Punk Reigns one.
Yeah, but are we speaking total ref bumps or ref bumps per match?
Like total for the whole for all of
oh
WrestleMania.
god.
And that
Okay.
could be like our like just our like our whoever gets closest wins.
Yeah. Okay.
I need to look at like the whole card. Now.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
need a
doing right
photo of
now.
it.
I'm gonna go with 6 in total. That's my pick because I felt
Well,
5,
I've got to.
but I felt like there was maybe one more could happen. So I'm gonna say 6.
I'm
6 ref bumps.
I'm going high. I'm going 10.
Oh my god, the refs are getting paid
Okay.
big time.
Let me
here.
let me look at the a full photo
Because
of the card and
between
I'll
Punk and
comment.
Reigns, you're gonna have a
2 at
couple.
least. Yeah. And
The
Cody
ladder
and
match,
Randy,
ladder match,
2.
there will be no ref bumps because the refs aren't out there. I don't think there'll be one in the tag team match.
Let's hope
I think Oba versus Brock, you're gonna have one.
Okay.
You won't have one in the
know.
I
lights.
don't think so in Cody. I don't think so in Oba and Brock. I think it's gonna be straight up. I think Cody and Randy's gonna have a bunch.
Let's see, Gunther and Seth. You will most likely have Gunther
Yeah.
pushing a ref or something that causes that interference in that match. Liv and Stephanie Vicur, I think, will be there. If Jade still has her minions with her, there could be one there, and then
Yeah,
Cody.
I have one for that. Yeah.
Cody and Orton, they're going to do the same thing. And in every match that Becky Lynch and AJ Lee have had together, there's been a ref bump or two. So
Yeah. Okay, so you're at 10.
I'm gonna
at
go
6.
7, just to be one more than Travis.
There we go. So 10, 7, 6. We'll see who gets some little bonus points there for the ref bumps. S-Bubs, I think you are, but just so I lock it down, you're officially on Finn, I imagine, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, next, Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. Again, I think we all know where this is going. They're going to write off Drew. Drew's going to take a big bump. He's going to film Highlander, and I obviously
I do
spoilers.
wonder what they get to do in this match because unsanctioned for WWE is like the highest
anywhere.
tier like hardcore one. Like with Sammy and KO unsanctioned, that was like the
Yeah.
barbed wire and like KO was supposed to blade, but he dropped the blade. You've seen that, right? Where he was supposed to like
did,
blade after
yeah.
the barbed wire, and there's like if you go in slow motion, you see like the blade like drop out of his like
Damn.
pocket and he loses it.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
damn.
do wonder if they get like tax or anything like that. I think it'll be a good match.
Oh yeah, I think this is gonna be a very good match. I think this will be a fun, kind of like what Damian and Drew did last year, right? Where that was like, I think Drew's great in the spot of like lifting the crowd, but I think Fatu obviously gets the win, and because I think he's gonna be getting a title shot in the near future. So
yeah, he's
Especially
going
if
to
Randy
do
is
a
the
dive
one
off
who
of something
attacked
high
it.
and
you do a swan Tom.
Yeah.
So we're all
So,
Fatu
yeah.
on that one.
yep.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see here. Again, I think this one's a predictable one. Sammy versus Trick. Like, I guess we could have a very bad night where you see Trick and Oba both lose, but I'm going to hope that they don't do that. To me, the only reason you put on Sammy is for him to lose to Trick. I don't
If
even
Sammy
know.
wins, though, like people on Twitter would be
Yeah.
even going crazy on Sammy.
And yeah, that's the thing where obviously Twitter, not always real life, so people still cheer and whatnot. But like, that to me was pretty. I know people always talk about the Gable one, right? And that there was some foul play.
Mid-card Hogan.
Yeah, there was some foul play of it was going to be Gable and Gunther, and Sammy kind of slid in there. But at that time, I was like, Sammy's still bigger than Gable. Sorry, like I kind of got that right. And he is still bigger than Mello, but it's odd because Mello's just been like holding that down and getting this mini push. Again, like I don't know how it's not even like a triple threat. The easy formula is it's Mello and Sammy, and Trick screws Sammy, and he feels like he needs another match, and they do. And Mello, as a fighting champion, says, "Hey, I'll fight you both." And then you get Trick the cheap win, or if you want to turn him, whatever. That's the only way, because we did hear rumors of they want to do a double turn, right? The thing is, I don't think Sammy and Trick are going to get the time to do like a Austin Brett double turn at Mania. So it's just like, I think it's just gonna be Trick wins as heel quotation marks, but just it's gonna be what happened with Dom last year. It's gonna be exactly that, but with Trick. So I don't know why you couldn't just do a triple threat. And I think also there's not a single triple threat on this card. It could have broken it up. So I don't know why it's just not Mello, Sammy, and Trick. And you can always do Sammy and Trick on SmackDown or a pay-per-view. So to me, that was actually disappointing. I know I like Mello a lot, so maybe I'm biased there, but just it felt odd. It felt very just shoehorned in of like, oh, we gotta get Sammy a match, and here it is. But I think they get Trick here.
That's
They
like
crown
the backstage segments were so funny. Did you see that? Like, because it was like Trick like talks to Nick Aldis, and Nick Aldis is like, "You're gonna be getting a match at WrestleMania," and then Trick's like, "Oh, I don't know who." And then after Sammy wins, like
the graphic came up right away.
Like after Sammy beats Mello, he's like walking backstage, and like Nick Aldis walks up to him, and he's like, "Good news, Sammy. You're gonna be defending your U.S. title against Trick Williams at WrestleMania." That was like the build up to that.
It's one of those. It's like in AEW when someone calls them out and Tony Schiavone has to do the stupid like, I'm hearing that Tony Khan just approved the match. It's like, give it a commercial break, like give it a couple like another hour or do it next week. But
or like when someone wins like a match and like but like they're raising their arm and like the match graphic for something's already up.
So I think this is just they want Trick to look good again. Like Trick isn't like an all-time worker, so you put him with Sammy, who is a good worker. I think they want Trick to look like he has a good match on the biggest stage. They crown him. They want people doing the whoop that Trick chant, and
that entrance in that huge stadium is going to be amazing.
So I'm locking in Trick here.
Yeah. Especially after like I've seen him on ESPN and a couple of other things like this week, just talking about his journey and stuff like that. He was telling the story about how he ended up with the white coat, which is hilarious. And I think,
where's your coat?
Where's your coat? Like what? Like I just meant to wear it one time just to show out, and now they're like, where's your coat? So yeah, no, I think that he is going to having everyone yell whoop that Trick like before and after the match. They're going to want that.
Yeah. Is Bubs you and Trick as well?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, like literally the only reason like Sammy beat Mello is just to put this title on Trick pretty much. So I'm in on Trick there.
Okay, so this one might be a bit more difficult. What we thinking for AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch? Because David, you were going back and forth of who you don't know. Do you have you locked it in?
I am locked in, unfortunately, on Becky. I think that she is going to take it. I would love AJ to continue to have a run. I don't think that that's why she's here. I think she was here for a comeback tour. She's accomplished that. And like, I don't see her full-timing it for a while. Maybe now that, Larry's gone and they don't really have a reason to be home, that could have changed. But I think overall, Becky might be taking it.
I could also see it, and I guess where I'm on the... Because like I said in the draft, I do think there is a possibility of it's Stephanie and Becky right away, right? So if Becky loses, I could see that being the program. But I also see a situation where I could see Punk taking some time off as well after the loss. Like I know he could be there, but also he's been working for a while. So, I'm going to go with Becky as well. I don't feel as confident as I did before, but I still haven't watched it. Did you guys watch the AJ Bailey match? I have to. How was it? I never got around to it.
I thought it was just like, okay. I thought it was very clearly like it was like Bailey doing like all the work. Like you could like pretty clearly tell it was like Bailey like pretty much telling AJ Lee like what to do and like pretty much moving her into like all the spots.
Like I hate to do this, man. I don't like doing this. I don't like saying this, but there's there's all that time you gotta admit your goat's washed, and this might This has not been exactly what I was hoping on AJ's return. And as we talked about that episode, it was like she is a more character-based person, right? So that was always the fun of putting these stories. And it just feels like the current writers don't have that for her. My hope is they somehow get her and Punk together doing some stuff. Like maybe start doing some more intergenders. But again, people didn't even like that tag. So I really don't know what to do with Becky. And even then the AJ Bailey match, I thought that was going to be like a build up, like get a PLE sort of thing. It wasn't even that. Like I know there's a couple more to do, but I don't know. They need to figure out what's going on here. I know there's like Charlotte and there's like Roxanne, but I don't know. There's just something but again, she has to be there more full time because then my next pitch is like put her in a tag team
I was
and do
gonna
that
say
for a bit.
she has been there. There's just some weeks where like when she's not on TV, like there'll be photos where like she's there like at the shows, just like not on TV.
Well, it's that same thing. It's like if she's not there, and if it's a like, I imagine that's like they have a certain deal on a certain dates, then they should have paid for more because it just feels like she's very like it is part time. Like it is that it's that Brock Lesnar type of deal where they come and they disappear for it. They come and they disappear for a bit. So I don't know. They need something to do here. So yeah, I'm gonna lock in AJ Becky, even though I could see AJ maybe getting it, but I'll say Becky.
I'm gonna go with AJ just to have a different
just to be the difference maker.
Yeah.
And plus, like maybe that's the title they feel could be like part time, right? Is the Raw IC one? So there you go. Yeah. Oba versus Brock. Oh man, this is scary as fuck. I'm gonna
depends on the last 2 weeks of build. Because I mean, technically this week was like it wasn't full Oba like standing tall, I'd say, but definitely the other weeks have been.
Again,
I'll say if Brock gives him an F5 before the Mania match, then I could see Oba winning.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Oba. I don't feel confident on it because I can see the whole narrative of like, well, we just wanted to give him a big match, and Oba looked really strong. It's all about what people thought after the fact, and it was a moment. That's all bullshit stuff. That's WWE like mind control stuff that they try to tell you.
What's
like
the thing you said about LA Knight, like the clip that people always use, like when he didn't win Money in the Bank the first time.
Oh, what do it? Oh yeah. This is just the beginning of LA Knight, and as to say, they've done this forever. That's Vince training. Go back to the original Punk podcast with Cole Cabana. Vince McMahon sits him down. Says you're wrestling Undertaker at WrestleMania and you're gonna lose. And Punk's like, well, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna lose this like 50-year-old dude. What happens to me? And he's like, well, you're gonna be the hottest heel in wrestling after that. And he's like, after I lose to him, and that's where they have that thing where it's like, yeah, but if you lose, it's like sometimes that is true, but I don't think in this situation it is. I'm a guy that always think Punk should broke the fucking streak, and I'm gonna be a guy that thinks Oba should win this, and I'm gonna hope that I have faith that they go, you know what? And they have to know this with the way things like the momentum online with the ticket sales. They have to know, okay, we're not the hot shit we were the past 2 years. Let's get through this WrestleMania. Let's do our 17 where 41 was iffy. Let's have a great Mania. And let's prop up the stars. Trick, Javon, Oba. Let's have them shine. The way for Oba to shine is to be standing over Brock with the win. If Brock loses here and then loses at SummerSlam, it's not going to matter. The guy, if he's on his way out, who fucking cares? Like, so to me, like, give Brock some couple wins over some other people. Give him Damian Priest to feed. You know, like Oba should be winning here. So to me, this is like one of these signs of like, okay, are you guys interested in not being, you know, like having the momentum back, or is it just old school WWE booking way? Because lately it has felt very Vince type of booking, in my opinion. So, and before there was isms, now it feels like Vince. If you were to tell me Vince was back there, I'd completely fucking believe you. Everything with Jelly Roll and everything, like, I would believe that Vince is on his way back and he's talking to Paul every day. But I'm gonna hope
talking to Randy.
Yeah, he's talking about I'm gonna hope that Triple H has been, because who was that recently too? Someone said on the podcast, oh fuck, who was it? Someone said that Triple H, when he took over creative, he told the whole creative, he's like, AEW is a better show right now. We need to change that. I hope that fucking guy's still there. That guy should be there of like, this show sucks right now. For not all of it, but lots of it sucks. We gotta change the narrative. Oba losing to Brock is not that. So I'm gonna hope that Oba gets the win. I'm going to pick him, but I could see easily Oba taking that 3 count. Like, man, he really put up a fight. He's going to be a future main eventer. Get that fucking shit out of here. Get that out of here. I don't want the future. Is like, do it now. He can mirror Brock. Brock beat The Rock in his first 6 months on the main roster. The Rock was okay. He was fine. He was still The Rock. Brock Lesnar can still be Brock Lesnar. So I'm locking in Oba. S-Bubs, who's your lock?
I'm going with Oba as well.
The ruler. Okay.
Yep. Same.
Okay.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
It's gotta be. But okay. Here's an interesting one. Here's that, you know, again, I say she might be the face of this company, but this definitely could have a target on being the worst match tonight. Rhea Ripley versus Jade. I think this is a high risk, high reward. They could have a banger 8-minute high power thing. or this could get clunky as shit. I don't know. I thought Jade, I know it was more mixed last year. I thought the Jade Naomi match wasn't great, but Jade Cargill defending against Rhea Ripley. David, who you got in this one?
I've got Rhea. I think that this is going to be one of the worst matches between the two cards. I think they are going to rely on Jade's minions to kind of help out with this, which I'm everything with it's been sloppy. There's a reason that even though Jade is a champion, she's not on any of our lists for drafts because she is just not good. I think it's going to be Rhea. I just don't feel like Jade is in a position yet to topple Rhea and have that WrestleMania moment with Rhea. If this was like a random SmackDown or Raw and like she toppled her on a thing and stood over her and got a win over her, I could see it. Or one of the B show pay-per-views, she gets a win over her with some. I don't see them doing it on WrestleMania and anointing her over Rhea with how sloppy she's been.
So you're locking Rhea as Bubs. Where are you going?
Yeah, I'm with Rhea as well. Like, I think it's like the thing. It's kind of like what you said about LA Knight, where it's like you kind of like have to put a title on them at some point, just as like how much it's kind of invested them, and then like if it doesn't work out, well, I guess it didn't work out, and we'll move on. But I feel like that was the thing for Jade, like with how much she was hyped up in the signing, it was like if they didn't put the title on her. And like, I think now that the title's been put on her, people can like change their takes about it. But I think if they never put the title on her, then people would be like, "Oh, they fumbled. Like, they didn't put the title on her." And I definitely think Rhea's winning. I think the minions will be out there. I think there's reports of like the reports is that maybe Bianca's coming back. Like,
Like she's in the ring training, or at least maybe doing some reps or stuff. So
I could see like something being like she distracts these minions somehow, or just like, I mean, she can hit a KOD without taking a bump. Just hit one of those Cena AAs where he like doesn't even move at all. Just like let the other person do everything. And yeah, I feel like Rhea's winning here.
Yeah, and I don't want to say that the Jade experiment is going to be over after this, but I think the Jade experiment as like the top thing is going to be the only thing that could save this is if this match ends up being great, because that could be a thing of like, hey, lights were on bright and Jade actually delivered, and there's a chance they could also be rehearsing this match a lot. There is a chance it could, and then if it does, then I'll change my tune. We'll talk about that on the review. But that's where if I'm thinking what this match is going to be like an at best maybe 3 and then it's just okay, Rhea gets the win and then Rhea can work with other people. Jade can go work with Bianca for a little bit for a program, but I just don't know what's gonna happen with Jade after, so we'll see. But I'm hoping it's not. I love Rhea Ripley, so I don't want any of these matches to be a bad match. You know why? Because we have to watch it, so I don't want to be watching. We sat through WrestleMania last year, which was a very mid to mediocre show, right? And only like some big main event matches really delivered. So all right, Stephanie, sorry, did you have something else to say, Bubs?
No, I guess I was kind of thinking just like in terms of last year. Like I think last year there were more matches that like people weren't like too excited. Like say like the one I always bring up is like the New Day versus the War Raiders being like on WrestleMania.
Yeah, there's ones that wasn't neat. And then there's other ones like Jacob and LA Knight that like over deliver, right? So we'll see. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping more 40 than a 41. But we got Stephanie Kier versus Liv Morgan. I still haven't decided, so I'm gonna throw it to S Bubs because I really don't. I gotta hear some pitches right now. I'm pretty 50-50 on this one, to be honest. So
I'm 50-50 too. Yeah. And like funny enough, I think the story they could tell in this match is very similar to the story they could tell in the Roman match, where it's kind of like they need like other people to help them win, and like if they're not there, then what happens? So I guess it depends which one actually does that. It's probably going to tell the other one you can't do that. So, like, I feel like if they have the thing of, like, Roxanne isn't out there and then that's why Liv loses, then probably Roman's going to win because the Usos come out there and help him or something like that. So, and I do see both points with the Liv. Like, it's like, do you want to crown her at WrestleMania or do you want to give Stephanie, like, big WrestleMania win.
Yeah, it's like
over
they both
someone
kind of
who's
need it in a
already,
way,
like,
right?
Who's like, because Liv is like, she's like definitely a top star, so it's kind of weird to do like the crowning, especially when she has had like the world title before. But I get what you mean.
But she's never been the tippy top girl,
Yeah.
right? Like that's the thing where she's never gotten even what Stratton got last year, right? She's been in tags, she's been in stuff. It's kind of like, and this is where I'd use example. It's like the first time Punk won the title, he's wrestling JBL and all these people, but he's not main eventing these shows. Liv was that type of champion, right? Where okay, she's the champion of the brand, but it still was like it was the Rhea Ripley show, right? And that's where if Liv wins here, it is okay. They want to actually run with her. Maybe again, she's in that movie. They feel she could do that, or is it just this is a good opponent to make to give Stephanie that moment to make her the tippy top sort of thing,
I will
right?
say, I actually think the match is gonna be really good.
I think so
feel
too.
like.
Yeah.
But for prediction, I think I'm gonna lock in. I don't know, because like I said, really this match and Roman Punk are two that I'm so torn on. But did you say which one you're picking, or
No, I didn't yet.
I know who I'm picking,
Okay,
so
David, who
I'm
you picking?
good.
Who you picking?
I'm going with Stephanie Vecchio for the simple
Okay.
fact that I think that even I think between the two, who could stand a loss and still be in the mix more is Liv. Like they can find a way to do it. They can do the heel tactics. They can continue, even though we've already got Finn out of the Judgment Day. We could continue more of the dissolution of the Judgment Day if someone comes to help her, and then they mess everything up and she ends up losing. Okay, so we have more breakdown. We're fully getting rid of this Judgment Day stuff. You know, Sin,
No, that's
Raquel,
our Bullet Club,
or
David.
or,
That's
or
sticking around
Roxanne.
forever.
Judgment Day is
their own.
never dying. They're gonna bring in the evil's gonna show up on the
Judgment Day
SmackDown
Wolfpack
after
at this point.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, because I legitimately think if you kick out Liv, they would just put Roxanne as the new like female leader of that, right? And
Well,
you
and
know,
and that's what I'm saying. So like, Liv can go on and do other stuff after that. Where I think having that big moment, and then I also envision in my head the way that stadium is set up and everything. Having the fire during the celebration of Stephanie Vecchio after she wins, like I could see.
David's never sounded more like Vince McMahon. Is like, but the fire. Think about the
But-
fire when
but
she wins. No, it goes
I'm-
through their mind of the visual, right? Like it's the image you're gonna see in a couple of years
What
from
a
now.
WrestleMania moment.
Exactly, it's
Yeah.
that thing, right?
And I could see Michael P.S. Hayes sitting in a meeting right now talking about the fire and this image and things like that.
Remember what WrestleMania 24? He tried to pitch Jeff Hardy to like jump off the stage, and even Jeff was like, "I can't do that." Like I can't. they had some spot, and then Jeff got suspended, so he didn't get the 24. But they had some spot that they pitched like some sort of corkscrew like thing, and they were even like, "No, Michael, like I can't physically do that, man. Like I'm gonna get killed." So, which is funny. Like it's not a big difference, but it's the way their careers have gone. Like Stephanie is older than Liv, and it's a funny way to think about that because she's been in WWE. Obviously, Stephanie with the Indies and everything, but it's like we're talking about Steph as like if they win, they're pushing her as like the new young star, but even though Liv Morgan's still like younger than her, I do think to your pitch though, David, I wouldn't want this. I worry that you could even have, like what I've pitched with Braun. If that doesn't happen, you could have Raquel and Roxanne turn on Liv in this match if you wanted to create a moment, which I wouldn't want. Again, do that on the Raw after, like, hey, you lost. Even Raquel, it'd be great if like, hey, you, because didn't Liv not save her or eliminate her in the Rumble? They had some sort of spot, right?
She eliminated
Yeah.
her in the Rumble.
So couldn't you do something where Raquel's like, you fucking eliminated me, and then you lost to Mania? Like, I could have beat Stephanie, even though we know Raquel couldn't. Raquel would be like, I could have done that. So I wouldn't mind. So you might be pushing me there. I wonder if just, even though Liv's gone the title, it's like her fan base is going to be so fucking pissed because being like, oh, she didn't win this one. It's supposed to be Liv's show and stuff. But I think I'm leaning to Stephanie too. So I think I'm gonna go Stephanie because I also think I remember when Abu and other people put out that I'm getting them all wrong. When Triple H, when Triple H got pitched about doing Stephanie and Rhea like earlier, he's like, no, that's a WrestleMania main event. That's a big way if you get Stephanie a win and you make it like a collision. And that's why I thought this year they didn't do it because I thought, oh, they want to build up Stephanie more to get that point. So I'm gonna I'm gonna lean that way too and go Stephanie. Obviously, once we see a show and like all the baby faces are winning, we could be like, oh fuck, like Liv's definitely getting this win here. Like to me, it's a 51-49. I could easily see Liv still getting the win, and they go, oh, we're gonna go this way, or we're gonna move Stephanie to SmackDown and she can fight Julia for a bit. Like I think it all depends, but I think they have big ideas for Stephanie, so I'm going with Stephanie as well. So
and my other thought process is, and this is a little bit long term in my thinking, is you know how they used to do the champions versus champions type deal? Well, I think the way that they kind of have done some of the stuff with their Saudi Arabia things and not wanting to switch over too many things, if you have Stephanie win and then you have Rhea win, have them face off in a champions versus champions at Night of Champions
it's not
in Saudi
WrestleMania main
Arabia.
event, though, David. You know.
Yeah, but it's Saudi Arabia. They would pay them $10 million for that.
Yeah, or you get they can run. They could also run back Liv and Rhea though, right? The same way they did Cody and Seth as like long-term feud, and then bad guy gets the win there, right? They could do that. So that's the thing. They're both like viable options for the winners. So,
all right, you guys gave your ideas. So in the end, my pick's gonna be Stephanie as well.
Stephanie as well. Okay,
I turned you both. Yes.
Yeah, I made some good points, and I think it happened. But yeah, we'll have to see that. This should be a good match.
What outweighed me is like I was thinking of like what I was saying, like comparison of the Roman Punk match and then this match, but there's something that might happen in another match that I feel affects it more than what this match would affect it.
Okay. And then the last two matches, we got main event WrestleMania Night 1, Cody Rhodes versus Randall Keith Orton. At the time of this recording, supposedly the phone person's going to be revealed on SmackDown. We have not seen that, so obviously that could be revealed or changed. I do love people pitching Arn. I don't know if W is going to do that, but I would love it to be Arn because that's a lot of history there. Yeah, it's going to be curious. And this, we've talked about, I'm a broken record. They've set up Cody so bad, and even this week, giving him a moment. Okay, we're gonna do a Stephanie. And I talk on the Discord. It's like, well, and you're not like your father. You're supposed to be like this good guy line. And it's like, man, what are we even doing here? And this whole like
that was weird.
And Stephanie talking to Cody like, you can't become the guy. It's like, no, we've seen Cody Rhodes multiple times become a violent guy. Like we know he can do. It's just this feels like this story should be earlier. And again, Espos did bring this up, and I tweeted about this that. It was a good point. SummerSlam, Jelly Roll, they said they were going to win, and he said, no, dog, no, man, I'm not going to win, right? And kudos to Jelly Roll, who's a fan of the business and goes, I shouldn't win this match. I'm the celebrity. If he's that much a fan of the business, he should have heard everything they were pitching him to do with this stuff and be like, no, man, you can't make me fucking do that. Like, if I was a celeb and a true fan, like, you can't make me one of the close and go home segments of Randy Orton RKing me as like the last image of. There's so much they could do here, and people have been waiting for this match for so long. The last image of the last SmackDown is Cody Rhodes holding Jelly Roll in his arms. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, they learned nothing. This is getting worse than the Travis Scott stuff. They learned nothing from what they've done. And that's why it's just like, is Vince back there? Like, and is he back there? And don't get me wrong, like Jelly Roll, like he's fine. Sure, to me he's kind of a loser. I'm not a political guy. I don't do anything. And then he's doing the fucking rallies, right? It's like, all right, brother, I get what you're saying. You just don't want to say you're MAGA. You're doing the whole Michael B. Jordan, Republicans buy sneakers too. I get it. Just say no to this WWE shit. Beat Kit Wilson. That's fine. Be in the Andre. That's fine. But like, why is this a thing? Why? Like, and even then, he just RKO'd him. He didn't even punt him. Like, this has been one of the most botched, like, like an easy layup of just Cody Randy. The story's fucking there, and I feel like Cody tried to save it with the promo on Raw, but it's just. I'm so checked out at this point, and I don't know what we're getting with this match. I think there is a chance that this could be a really great underrated match, and I also think this could be Randy Triple H 2.0, WrestleMania 25, like, and even Cody can sometimes suffer that way where he'll do an NWA style match and it doesn't play. I just don't know what we're getting here, and I just think I know Cody's like, oh, I don't care what the crowd's saying about me. He's fucking lying. I know Cody Rhodes is fucking lying. We know AEW Cody. There's part of that didn't hate that, and it's just like I don't know. This has been I don't know how anyone has looked at everything, not even the general stuff, just everything with this feud and been like, oh, this is working. We talk about since the turn, like none of this has worked. This is just so odd. And I don't know what they're going to do to get themselves out of it. I don't know how they're going to reheat up Cody Rhodes. Thank God Cody is great on the stick and he can always talk his way out. And I am hoping when he's like, I'm going to find myself deep down, but it's like, I don't know, what's it going to be like? Fuck, man. I'm just so worried of like, are they going to run this shit back again where Cody has a chair and he's like, can I hit like, no, like I want them. They should, what they should do tonight is say this is going to be a no disqualification match and it should be Cody at WrestleMania. Again, I don't know why they haven't done it. They did this with Jacob. They got to run that back. The way he fought with Jacob, you got to have Cody like that where I'm here to brawl. Even if Cody, like, if it is a DQ match or sorry, it's a regular match, I want Cody to fucking hit the ref. Like they're saying if Cody's like, I got to do something different, like do something different right now. Like they are just dropping his stock big time right now. And to me, it's like all in the booking and probably a bit of Cody. So Randy's winning this. I think it's simple. If Cody wins, I do not want to see what's going to happen in that night one crowd
because Cody turning heel and winning.
I guess that's the only way. But even then, like I feel like they would just boo, and that's what they want, though, right? But like he's not turning heel. Like Randy's going to win. I think Randy hits him
heel wearing his Star Fox gear.
Oh yeah, man! I can't wait for that. He's gonna have the mask. But like I think Randy wins with the punt. Cody takes some time off. That's what I'm saying here. And yeah, we'll see what happens. You guys got any other different pitches? And who's your official person on the phone? I'm just gonna say
also related to person on the phone. Like, what does that like do? Like, how does that relate to Mania? Like, are they gonna be out there? Like, is Arn gonna be standing out there watching this match, run into the ring, hit a spine buster on Cody? I
think so. I think so. Yeah, I think that's literally what it's gonna be. Is just like Cody's rattled because one of his idols, Arn, is out there and stuff. Like that's just what it's gonna be. Because that's where people say it's his dad. Like, what does it do? The only thing I'm worried is Randy's gonna be like, at least my father will get to be at WrestleMania and see me win a world title. Get out of here with like, what is Cody Rhodes? A 5-year-old boy? Like, yeah. I'm sure he could get
not
over
my dad.
Yeah, like Seth Rollins wore fucking polka dots in a match. At this point in character development, Cody should be like the dad thing shouldn't throw him off anymore, right? But that's all I can see is like that's all it gets is okay. It's cheap heat. Bob and Randy Orton can take shots at Dusty. Cool. We've done that. Roman did this like we've been here before. Like this is the best we got, you know. Like and Arn to me makes a little bit more sense. And at least we get the spine buster, but I really don't know what it is. Like there's nobody, or it is the Mega Ultra. It's Shane or Vince, and like if it's Shane, I'm completely fine. I don't know what that.
People say. I think like people say like them teasing that it could be like, cause like in the video where like Randy says like I'm gonna see you tomorrow at SmackDown, like there's like a picture and like with them teasing like if you say like with them teasing like Shane or Vince or like his dad, it's like that means it's probably not gonna be them.
Well, they've never teased Shane though, right? Have they not yet?
No. Well, I mean they've teased like. I feel like with the Stephanie, it's just like a general McMahon's tease.
Yeah, but I almost is that a tease or
Shane,
is that them
Shane would be like I said, like I wanted Shane to be the leader of the Death Riders. Like I was crying laughing if he stood up on radio.
To me, like I like with Shane, that's the reverse kind of say is Stephanie back to do like they're getting you ready for the Shane thing, right? The reason I don't think it is because man, brother, if you think The Rock and Triple H didn't get along creatively, Shane and Triple H creatively, that ain't gonna work. Shane left that company because Vince started to like love that guy as the owner of the company, like the heir apparent more than him. Look at the birthday tweets that Triple H got back in the day from Vince, and look at happy birthday Shane.
Like John, people post the John Cena one too, where he's like the greatest of all time, the Babe Ruth of WWE.
Once upon a time Hollywood. Yeah, like there is. You watch a bunch of stuff. There's a lot of like issues with Shane and Vince, and that would trickle down. I don't think Shane and Triple H can work together in that sense of not that he couldn't interfere. If let's say that is the pitch where Shane's gonna be the guy behind Orton, and it's gonna be like a power struggle, right? Like Shane's gonna come in an authority figure. I don't see that working. If it's one-off, sure. But if it is Shane is heavily involved in stories, eventually they will butt heads and it'll be like The Rock. Shane will fucking peace out and be out of there quicker. If it's Steph, which I
mad at Triple H.
Yeah, that fucking TK picture, just so that them looking. It's like the Toby picture. It literally is. I got here like that picture they released. Whoever they like fake put that out here. This was the equivalent of that photo of TK and Shane. If it's Stephanie, that's completely fine because Stephanie and Triple H will work together obviously very easily. I just don't see like what do they do? Like I don't know. I just don't see any payoff here really. I guess the only thing would be like it could be Triple H, but again, Triple H can't bump, so that's not even the payoff either. Like you can't even get to that Cody Rhodes versus Triple H match, you know? So but yeah, Randy gets the win here. You guys agree?
Yeah, I'm
think
got to
so.
go with Randy on this one. I don't think he's going to hold the title long, but I do think it's going to be one of those situations where Cody's back fighting from behind. I don't remember when does Street Fighter come out because I think that's probably around the time that he takes it back.
Is it like August or something?
I think
like
it's
that?
end of summer. Yeah.
Okay, so
SummerSlam.
so he could take it back. He could take it back SummerSlam, and then you've got him and Roman both on the red carpet with championship belts.
It's October 16, 2026.
And man, dude, it's October, so I got lots of time. And man, do I love this fucking Cody being like, oh yeah, there's security to, we never saw him. And then Roman being like, yeah, Cody did that because he just didn't want us to be together. And then Cody being like, well, we have the same security teams. That doesn't make sense. I love this like subtle, just like shade going on. Again, we gotta get them linked up here, man. We gotta, yeah. Well, October, yeah, they both can't have the title for that Saudi show though, because there's no way they're doing Roman and Cody at that night
Crown
championship.
jewel match,
Yeah, there's no
yeah.
way that's happening. So. All right, we've come to the end here. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. I'm going to S-Bubs first because I'm surprised. I'm not sure where David is, but I'm surprised that S-Bubs is torn on this. I think this is a clear-cut Dunsky thing, but S-Bubs, why are you torn on the winner and who are you picking?
Like I said, they're doing Randy winning on night one. That's why my pick is CM Punk retaining the main event of
Really?
WrestleMania.
Really? And what? Because what does it have to do with Randy? Because like CM Punk
I
and
just
Roman are
think they
both
would
like
do like
tweeners.
both the titles changing.
Really? You don't think they do both titles changing, eh?
I don't know why. I just feel
Because
it.
it's WrestleMania, I could see them doing
I feel like
both
with
title changes.
WrestleMania, I
Any
always
other
have,
one,
like-
maybe not.
I always have like one thing each year that's just like I feel it's happening, even when like last year I was ahead of like Tiffany's just gonna beat Charlotte
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
like a month before everyone else started saying it, and this is mine. Like I feel like Punk retains here.
There to me, there's no way. And that's what I don't like. I agree with you. If
Even with
Punk,
the Jey Uso,
that's what I was gonna say. If Punk does retain, it is only with shenanigans. There's no way he is losing to Roman clean. And I don't think a Punk heel turn happened. I don't think or Roman's losing to Punk clean. I don't think there's any way that's happening. I still think that they could do the Jimmy and Jay stuff after, because what I envision is Roman's on Raw to celebrate and they do another write-off where they take him out, and that's why Roman's gone for a little bit. Now, granted, someone might say, hey, Travis, they can do the Roman Jay story without the title, right? They could. Just like they could have done that after WrestleMania 39. And they didn't, because Roman said, it'd be better with the title, more heat on it. They could have easily had Cody Rhodes win, and Roman could have done all that bloodline breakup shit without the title, and the title would have been a hostage. I get it. It's all ended up okay. WrestleMania 40 happened. Endgame portals for WrestleMania. It all worked out. But at the time, it's still like, we don't need the title for Roman J3, So that's where, for this though, but I think Roman feels that. So I still think that I think he's going over here and the turn happens maybe later on. Or what I've said before too is I think there's a chance they just try to run the bloodline back where like Sammy loses and he goes to Raw, and it's just, I think, because Roman said something in an interview where he made it just sound like he wanted to do that on Netflix again, like how that was cooking and he's ready to cook again. Not the one you share, I suppose, all the time, but there's like another thing where it's just like, I think he thinks in his mind, I think he thinks in his mind he could just run it literally back on Raw and just do the same thing again. And I don't think he's wrong. I think with the WWE crowd, like, they can work it. There's always new fucking Samoans to bring in. And plus, here's the big thing, S-Bubs. I don't think you're thinking about it. WrestleMania 33, Saudi. We know, we've heard the rumbling. They know what they want. They fucking want Maui back. And what better way, and I could see it, Rock and Roman, but it's got to be for the title as well. And Rock wants to hold both. So that's the thing that I think that's where the whole bloodline story can pick up again. Because if Rock is down, that's the drama they can do, and they can even make it a civil war where maybe some people side with the Rock because they think he is the full guy, right? Like, because now he's technically the high chief of that family. Like, I think that's where it's going. So, and especially Roman, the first thing he won the Rumble, he's like, yeah, I'll be back here next year, main event again. Like, he's already sent those seeds, man. I think, good for Punk. He got his wife that run. He got Danhausen a job. This is where it ends. I don't think, I just can't, maybe I'm wrong. I cannot see Roman laying down for Punk at WrestleMania after everything that's happened with real heat that's happened with them. I'm saying that Roman's getting the win here. Big dog. We're running it back, Bloodline style, Netflix, and they're gonna do. And then you got Braun, you got Seth stuff, you got Bronson Reed, you got a bunch of stuff that you can do with Roman. And I don't know what Punk could do. Maybe he could go to SmackDown. Actually, I wouldn't mind that because I would love it if I'd love a Punk Randy stuff. I guess you could get that the Saudi show, Crown Jewel, but I'm locking it in Roman Reigns. I'm saying he's getting that win. David, which way are you going?
I think that the ending of this match was sealed the minute Roman called Punk old.
Punk
Roman
made
can't
the
lose
call,
the
he's
old guy.
retaining.
Like,
he heard that.
Yeah.
Like, now the only way that I could see him winning is if they are petty enough to do this, and that is have Punk win, and then at the post press conference come out and say, I'm old, I'm tired, and I'm wearing children.
They don't even do the stage shows, right, with Biggie where they go, yeah. Right. Yeah, now Triple H doesn't even show up for those because they keep fucking booing the guy. He's like, I'm not. Stop chanting Edge at me. He's not coming back.
Yeah. But no, I think it's Roman going over. As much as I love Punk and I want Punk to continue his run and things like that, he's the guy who shows up, he gets the crowd hype, but I think that they're gonna go Roman.
It's gonna be interesting, I suppose. We'll see if you get to do the whole run there, and we'll see.
Again,
last year
you get your night 2 main event, but you don't win.
Yeah,
we'll keep giving you main events, but you don't get to win.
Yeah, that's gonna be a chance, but yeah, we'll see.
Speaking of the Randy Orton caller, I'm gonna send something in the Gimmick group chat. I just saw this Eric Bischoff thumbnail.
Oh God, Eric Bischoff. Let's take a look here. Let's see. The Fed should get Ted. I still think Ted's coming at some point. I don't think he's the caller, but I bet he could. I could even see him at WrestleMania helping Randy win. I don't think he'd be around back full time, but
you have Birthright from NXT all run out, and then this is the new legacy.
Yeah, the new legacy. Yeah. All right, so we got 2 more shows, but we'll do these predictions a little fast because we're already at 2 hours. So S-Bubs, run us down for NXT. You got Vanity Project, Los Americanos. Who's taking that one?
I feel like Vanity Project definitely retain there, but that'll be a good match because Bate and Dunn are moving like the best they have in years, just doing this gimmick. Like,
I hate it, man.
They're having great matches.
I hate it so much. Especially Pete Dunne was a Triple H guy. I hate it, man.
He's a producer in AA. He's like the Michael Hayes to Undertaker.
Yeah, and no, I'm actually gonna watch it. I'm excited to see most of these matches. I don't know if I'll watch exactly live because I got one Easter tomorrow. But if I am, I want to try to watch. So you got that. I agree with you. Vanity Project. I don't think Americanos are winning it there.
Yeah, Vanity Project just won it too, like maybe like a month or so ago, and then a bunch of people got injured in this tag team tournament. Like Los Americanos were like a very last minute replacement type thing. I think it's just get some guys who are gonna have a good match.
Yeah. Miles Bourne, Johnny Gargano.
I feel like Bourne definitely wins here, and Gargano is just to establish him as he beat the NXT guy.
Yeah.
Even though they did do this once with Gargano and Grayson Waller, and Gargano just beat him. So you never know.
Yeah, I think Gargano's just filling up time on his contract here.
Yeah, he's just there to be doing stuff.
It's just crazy. I saw a graphic of them and then Americano. I was like, man, these guys are back on like an NXT special WrestleMania weekend. You know, it's crazy stuff. JC Jane, Kendall Gray, and Lola Vice. Is this the time? Is Gray getting knighted here?
I don't know. I feel like them doing this triple threat, like it's either like JC retains or they just love Lola and they want to put her in this match, which is possible because they do like Lola a lot. So this might just be like we want to have her on the show.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's definitely a bunch of ways this could go. Like Kendall could win. They could do like Fatal Influence, like turning on JC, which they've like sort of teased a little bit. There's a lot of ways this could go, but I feel like with them turning this into like a triple threat, I don't know. I'm kind of feeling now that JC might retain. So
yeah,
you know, who knows? And they can NXT. They can always just do title changes on like random episodes too, like the classic like Triple H says we need them on Raw like next week, and then they do a title change. So I feel like JC could retain here, and then like in 3 weeks they just do like a Kendall JC match on TV where Kendall beats her.
Yeah.
So I think for prediction I'm gonna go with JC retaining.
No, I think you're right. I think what I would hope has happened, just Kendall wins, and then the other two come up. They've been down there cooking for way too long.
Yeah,
but
I feel like Lola's probably coming up either way.
She's gonna be with Truth and Priest.
Yeah,
she's gonna be their manager. So, David, you got to pick here.
Yeah, I think JC Jane's going to retain. I think Lola's going to take the pin, and Kendall Gray is going to have one of her amazing matches, and Dave Meltzer is going to go crazy because of it.
If JC's moving good out there, you know, we're getting the 4.75 5-star.
Yeah, that clip this week, it wasn't even an earthquake. It was just Dave being excited for Kendall Gray.
Just a generational talent over here. But no, yeah, I think them going triple threat is a good way to have Kendall not win, but also not take the pin. So I'm gonna go with JC Jane.
Sol Ruka versus Zarya. I feel like we all got Zarya winning this, right? And
especially with like the feud being that like Zarya is like kind of in the right a little bit.
Yeah, and I actually think this could be. I think this could be the best match of the show, and it could be one of the better matches of. I know it's not WrestleMania weekend, but that kind of combo.
I think it's gonna be really, really good. Like I said, I don't remember if I posted it in our Discord, but like. They've been doing this match like on the NXT house shows, and like the clips I saw of it are like it looked really, really good. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Then you got Tatum versus Blake Monroe. Please, Tatum, beat Blake so I can get Blake on the main roster.
I think Tatum's definitely retaining here, especially with the story being that like Blake like stole the title and everything. Like,
right.
I feel like you never do that story, and like the person who stole it wins it.
I'm waiting for that story to happen when someone steals the title and they just fucking win it. And it's like, man, what a bummer, you know? But yeah, Blake, as I've said before, this NXT run has been a fucking disaster. Get her on the main roster. Get her doing the mirror gimmick on the main roster. Like, let's see what happens. Get her on SmackDown. And fuck, man. Rhea Ripley, Blake Monroe, just do it right away. Push her. Let's see what happens. Throw in the deep end. Let's go. But what do you think, David? He didn't think anything. He's gone. We'll get back to him. David, so what do you think on Tatum and Blake? Do you think Blake's losing? She's coming up?
All right, sorry about that. I had headphone issues. Say it again.
Do you think Blake's losing and coming up?
Yeah. I think it's time to get her on the main roster for sure.
And then to me, one of the most lackluster like WrestleMania weekend main events ever. Joe Hendry, Ricky Sainz, Ethan Page, and Tony D'Angelo. What the fuck is going on here, man? And like this should not. I hope you're right, S Bubs. Like this does not scream main event. Like
I think it is a main event.
God, I don't know. This like hopefully it's good.
It like last minute, but
yeah, maybe it opens. But yeah, hopefully it's good. But this, I don't know. This is, I guess, just
who
Joe
do
Henry.
You guys have winning off of this because I have one and I feel like it's definitely happening.
I think it's just
but
Hendry.
You guys go first.
I think Hendry's just keeping it to be safe for now. So.
Yeah, I have Hendry retaining, and then, again, still doing the WrestleMania press wall champion so that they could have the Joe Hendry stuff and him in the crowd at the signings doing the waving and everything else. I don't see them giving Ricky Sainz the run. I definitely don't see Tony D getting that run. the stuff that I've seen of Tony D again, my man's been around for a while, but still, it does not impress me whatsoever.
No,
I guess it's funny to say because my prediction, what I think's happening is that Tony D is winning this title out in this match.
really, this is like the Here Damn run, and then
Yeah, this is the story they've been telling.
And then I hope that
What
like
are your guys' thoughts on the? Oh, you go, yeah.
I was gonna say there's rumors that at least Ethan's coming up, so I hope that happens. And like same thing as Ricky, like they should just put him up there. I know that concert kind of fucking sunk him, but like, what else can he do there in NXT? The guy's near 40. It's like it's time. Like he don't need to be in it. He don't need to be in the developmental system now. Like he's look at the match he had with Brian a couple years ago. Like he's fine, and I don't know what's gonna happen with him, but I feel like get him out of there. But yeah, what were you saying?
A pre-show match as well.
Well, what is the pre-show
It's
match?
A 10-person mixed tag team match.
Oh, the birthright.
It's Hank and Tank, Eli Knight, Ren Sinclair, and Shiloh Hill versus all of Birthright. So
wait a minute, get it right. They changed Eli Knight's name.
They haven't said it on TV yet, so I'll still say Eli Knight. But
what's his name now?
EK Prosper.
What are we doing here?
Because it sounded too much like LA Knight, so they changed it.
Change some. Oh boy! All right.
But yeah, and so all of Birthright. So that's Lexus King, Stax, Uriah Connors, Charlie Dempsey, and Ariana Grace.
I feel like Birthright's gotta win there, right? They're the new stable. You gotta heat them up, right?
I don't know. I feel like the faces could just win. I feel like Birthright have already lost like a few times. I mean, they lost to Los Americanos, so and Shiloh Hill like ran them off. So I feel like the faces win. We probably get like Ren like beating up Dempsey or something because he like left them. So, but it should be fun. I actually like all the like. I think
big Hank the Tank supporter.
Yeah, Hank and Tank are great. No, they had like a 4.75 star match last year at Stand and Deliver against Fraxium. Just like a forgotten tag team match, but yeah. But I think Stand and Deliver, it's gonna be a good show.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I hope so for the kind of WrestleMania kind of weekend show. So we will see. And then, all right, so we'll, like I said, run through this a bit quicker because we're to our mark. But we got Dynasty. We'll talk about a few AEW things here. But Dynasty,
the stacked one. Jeez,
I'm very especially TK. He's putting Marina on the show. He's got when I saw because I haven't watched all Dynamite yet, and the Collision House last night I haven't got to. When I saw my notification of Jamie Hayter's calling out Tekla. I'm like, my God, Hayter, my favorite AEW lady, is getting now she's fucking losing, of course, but she's getting a main event, our main women's title match here. And actually, her and Tekla, it started there.
The original, Travis Tweet.
Oh, not the Spider Lady. Yeah, because again, everybody overblown. I know she's probably doing some bad shit where she was in the last brand, but overblown how bad Tekla was. And Tekla has been on fire and delivering. Like I said, I bought those stocks when they're very low. I think Tekla and Jamie Hayter on pay-per-view going to have a very good match. This ended up being a really interesting, entertaining card so far. But Tekla's getting this win. I think we've all said Tekla's holding on to this till All In, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it'll be good, and I'm very happy to see Jamie Hayter live because I don't think I've actually ever seen her live. So yeah, I'm gonna be there, and I'm not sure I'm gonna cover this if it's gonna be like a Traz told you with Dylan or on a GV News. I might talk to Dylan about either way. I'm gonna get Dylan's thoughts on air because he's watched a few WrestleManias, but he's never been to one live, so it's gonna be interesting. I've not prepped him for, and especially now. The pre-show. I even said last time, I was like, I don't know if I need to be on the pre-show.
You said it depends.
Marina's there, so I gotta go support my monster Marina Shafir.
They're doing like if you notice, like they're doing Mox and Will, and then Alex Windsor.
Alex Windsor, yeah. Which I worry that Alex is gonna get the win. Like Marina's gotta stop losing here, okay? Like I get now the reports that Tony was supposed to first Tekla, so that's why she was losing. But like, come on now, get her some wins. But I actually don't know who's going to win. I think I'm going to pick Alex, unfortunately. I think Alex is going to beat Marina. I think Marina's just going to lose now.
Osprey made the call.
Yeah, you're putting over my lady. And then we got FTR versus Cope and Cage. I'm very excited. This is confirmed. It's happening. What's happening? Is FTR keeping this run? Is Cope and Cage getting the win? What's happening, boys?
I have a feeling that Cope and Cage will win this. I think that they will give them just a little bit of the Canada pop and
Hell
have
yeah.
that moment.
Just as sure as a rock is covered in chills already.
Yeah, man, I like it. S Bubs, you doubling down?
I think so too. Yeah.
You got it right for the lineage before Jeff got
from like the next
yes.
pay per view.
But you do a battle of the belts and finally have a big thing happen there, you know? Yeah, I feel like it's the same way. Before Jeff got in trouble, the Hardys were going to win the team titles. It's just good to have in your lineage. And plus, it's like, this is a smart thing because like WWE never pulled that trigger, right? Like Christian got cleared and they didn't sign Christian. They haven't really teamed together.
He was just like in that Rumble randomly.
Yeah, he was in the Rumble and
Yeah.
it was done. It was weird. And then like they teamed together obviously for FTR, but like having when was the last time they won the tag team titles, Dave? 2001 maybe?
Yeah, I think
Right?
so.
So like what? We're going on 25 years of holding tag team gold because I think it was in the Invasion era, and then Edge won King of the Ring, and then Christian destroyed the King of the Ring trophy on Edge's body. That was the whole heel turn. But I think they even won. It was like maybe in the WCW titles even. Like
It says they literally won the tag titles. The last time was at WrestleMania 17.
okay, that's crazy. So there you go, 2001. So it's been 25 years. How do you not do that? Like I suppose
And
says
they
you can
lost
have them.
them 3 weeks later. It says.
Oh yeah, they were they hop between the Hardys. Who took it off them?
Kane and Undertaker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember that's like a squash match too. Like they're the tag champion, and Kane and Undertaker destroy
Yeah,
them.
it's just on SmackDown.
And the only reason they did that is because they had the 2-man power trip. One of my favorites. They had Austin and Triple H with the IC and WWE, and then they had Kane and Taker with the tag titles, and then they won the tag titles. That's why I fucking love the 2-man power trip. You have Triple H and Austin with every fucking title. It's badass, man. That's badass shit. Why have we not, Triple H, why have you not ran that back? Where is my 2-man power trip? They keep hinting about it. At one point, it looked like it was going to be Seth and Drew. No, it didn't happen. When's it going to happen? Jericho, do it. Fucking just do it already. But yeah, I don't care. Luckily, FTR and no, I'm not calling them that. Edge and Christian, they at least to me had a 4 last time. They delivered. I think they'll do a good job now because I think this is going to be even more like brawly. And I'm there for the win. We're in Canada. Let's get the big pop. Here we go. I'm so excited, man. I'm excited. This is pure nostalgia for me. If this match sucks, fuck, man. Oh, and that's what I was gonna say about the pre-show. I have not prepped, and I've not prepped Dylan for how long the show's gonna be. I don't know if it's a good idea for me to warn him. I think I'm gonna see how he's going throughout the night, and then maybe if he's still having a good time, I'm like, oh, we got a lot of time. If it's going long, I'm just worried of like he's gonna ask like how many more matches left, and when I gotta hit him with that, oh, there's like 4 more matches, brother. Like
What's the match that you think could be everyone asking? You know, how much longer is this show gonna be?
It could be FTR and Edge and Christian if it goes bad. Like it could be. I don't know where it's placed. Moxley could be if they wrestle a Moxley
I'm thinking the Moxley match.
Especially like, oh well, no, I mean.
It depends. Do they wrestle a Will match or a Moxley match? That's what we don't know,
They
right?
put a time limit on it because they are wrestling for the title now.
Right, they are. Yeah, and we'll go there next. We got John Moxley versus Will Ospreay. At first, it was non-title, and now it's title. So that makes the winner more intriguing because when it was non-title, it's like, okay, well, Will clearly is just going to win this, right? But title, it's like
just draw and like
true.
That way,
yeah.
that's how he retains.
Or did they put on a title and Mox is like making the call? It's like, well, I'm going to beat him anyway, so let's just put the title on line. My hope for this is Will wins, and as I pitched before, he goes into All In as the Continental Champion, and they merge those titles and they call it a day.
Yes, please.
It'd be funny that they like. Oh, right, no, you said merge with the other one. I always keep mixing it up because I always say like that's only what they did last year, and then
with Okada.
Yeah, you mean merge it with the main title?
Yeah, merge it. Yeah, and get rid of the Continental title. It's gone. It's now merged like a European title. They could also I could also see Will win this and then he loses in the future by a cheap like loss. I still just think Will's gonna win here. I think first pay-per-view match back, I don't see him losing, and then hopefully the Death Riders fucking turn on Moxley and they can just do that. No, they're not. They're definitely not. That's but like that's why I say hopefully. But I'm saying Will here. What about your goat here, David? Is he gonna be Continental champion?
I am hoping that he wins, that he goes in and carries it. They do the title merger, number one, because I feel like AEW's been just like overkilling with the titles, man. Like just so many, we need to scale back a little bit. And number two, like I think Will needs that big win coming back after all this. I do think it's going to be more of a Moxley style match. I think he's going to slow down his pace and not be as much of himself. He'll still bust out some moves.
Well, and they can play up the neck injury too.
Yeah,
right?
but yeah, it's going to be a lot of like you said. There's going to be some headlocks, some rear naked chokes. John Moxley's really going to be just working that head and slowing this thing down. And
they're gonna get a 3 arm drop spot, with Osprey in the choke.
Dylan, get ready to learn John Moxley style type of match, man. That could be it. That could be the sleeper.
So I have a feeling this will probably be either next to last or right in the middle of the card, and that will be the one that has him going. So how many do we have next?
I bet it's the co-main. I bet it is with Will's big return in Moxley. I bet it's the co-main.
I feel like Cope and FTR could maybe be a co-main.
They could, or they open the show.
Opening.
See, I have them opening just for the Canada pop, like the actual show. You got the. What I'm hoping is they don't do is this BS that they've been doing, where the pre-show bleeds in, and then in the middle of some random 10-way match, you have all the fireworks going off. No, just have the fireworks going off. Hit Edge's music. Everyone cheers. Get that pop just right out the gate, like.
And having the pyro go off in the middle of a 5-way $100,000 match with Leo Rush.
Again, it was a fun thing to do. I'm not saying Tony Khan can never do it again, but it's just like, oh, it worked once, let's spam. Like the gauntlet match, right? Oh, everyone fucking loves it. Let's do a bunch of gauntlet matches. Like, no. Like, save that for 3 to 4 pay-per-views from now, and then do it again.
Yeah, the first time they did it, I think it was like the jet speed match, and they were going. It was like, FTR, this match is still going. Oh. Like, this is a cool thing. And then the next 2 pay-per-views they still did, and I'm like, all right, I'm kind of over this. So yeah, have a traditional start, have the pyro go off, and have the it's Sunday night, what time it is, and then boom, straight into that Edge's music that you think me. Everyone's gonna lose their fucking minds and just go from there.
Yeah. S-Bubs, Will, Moxley, what's happening with your King Moxley here?
I think Moxley retains. Like I said, maybe through like some tie or something like that.
Right.
Especially it's the next. What is the next pay-per-view after this? Is it already Double or Nothing?
I think it's Double or Nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could see like a Team Osprey versus Death Riders, like Stadium Stampede, Anarchy in the Arena type match. Because
where we were last year,
open stadium this time, so it's gonna be
we have Double or Nothing on my birthday on May 24th.
Where is that again?
In New York.
New York. Okay, it can be a good show.
Eddie Kingston on Team Osprey.
100%. Yeah.
Now they do have the specials. They have the Spring Breakthrough special. And I'm not going to count Playoff Palooza because that's just going to be Playoff Palooza just means that they don't know what time it's going to start because it's following some other stuff. So
it's special because we got to move, not because it's a special show.
Because we don't know what time we're starting that night.
They just film it like on a Thursday and then just have it ready to play at like 11:50 at night.
Yeah. That'd be like my boss, me not showing up for work, and my boss that's like, when are you showing up? Like, oh, it's gonna be a special day when I show up. Like, trust me, you're gonna love it.
They have 2 of those for Collision. They have the Playoff Palooza, and then they have a Collision Slam Dunk in March, and it just says starting following the NCAA tournament. We don't know when, just right after the tournament.
Yeah, that's like the ones they do like after the All-Star games too.
Yeah, which they do. Those do good numbers for them because they got a big lead-in audience, so it makes sense why they do them. It's just the way it is, but. This is like, I'm very excited for this match. Andrade El Idolo, who's been on a tear, right? And then versus Darby Allin. Dumbest thing ever. Andrade, like, if Allin wins, he gets a future AEW championship match. I'm assuming Darby's winning this, right? He called out Max. They have a story. I think that's an easy. They could do it Double Nothing. They do it on a big Dynamite, whatever. Why don't you just say number 1 contender? Andrade's also been so that's the only thing that makes me. A totally uncertain is like, is there a chance Andrade wins and they delay Darby? I don't think so. So if that's the case, if Darby just wins, just call a contenders match. But I think this match is going to be actually a lot of fun. Like low key, I still am saying I think Kenny and MJF will be the match tonight, but for some reason, low key, this could be a show stealer. So, but I'm going to say Darby gets the win here.
Yeah, I think because of the stipulation that if Darby Allin wins, he gets the title shot, he's winning. If it was just number one contender, I probably would have leaned more towards Andrade. Just because he's been so hot recently. Like I could do, and he's part of Don Callis, so they're going to want Don Callis on every freaking show. But outside of that, like because of the stipulation, I'm gonna go with Darby Allin.
Plus, other people are pointing this out. They are doing a Grand Slam in Mexico this year, so I do think that's when Andrade is going to get heated up, and I think he'll get the MJF match there, which I actually think him and MJF is going to like. That's going to really slap. Like I for something like those two, like their styles, I think that's going to have some real good juice going on. But eventually, they need to give Andrade some big wins here. So, what about you, S Bubs?
Yeah, I agree. I think Darby is winning here for, like you said, just like a weird naming of the match. It's like it is. Yeah, like if Andrade wins, he gets nothing. He was just like paid off by Callis.
He gets money. He gets money.
This
He gets the purse. It's like, why as a talent? Why wouldn't you be like, I get title shot too? Like what? Like yeah, it's strange stuff with all this. But and then we got MJF versus Kenny Omega. We got Kenny, who I said this in Discord, looking like he's not right at New Japan. Wrestle Kingdom,
the contract signing in the full year. You know,
yeah, he's looking. He knows he's looking
yeah.
good. He knows
Yeah.
because I was watching him because I was 2 behind. So last night I watched all of the Dynamite before, and then I'm watching this week's today. The match with him and Swerve. There's times where he's just picking Swerve up, and he's got like his abs. His like midsection. It's like Kenny is working hard. He knows he's main eventing in Canada Dynasty. He's looking close to where he was in Wrestle Kingdom 12. I am with the people. I think MJF's doing great stuff. AEW ratings have been up, and even that Swerve Kenny match, I think it's something like it pulled their best rating since 2024. Like, I think good stuff's happening.
Yeah, there's something like it was like
or best segment or something.
It was like that opening like segment. It was like something like, well, you know, it always like drops off.
Of course, yeah,
but it was something like 968,000 viewers or something like that. Like that segment starting it.
And again, that's the way, and we'll talk about in a second, which will happen this Wednesday. That's the way it happens. Yeah, well, that's the way it happens, right? When AEW started, WWE was super down low, and they were one time close to getting to the Raw ratings. They were close to getting there, and then a lot of shit happened, and then Triple H came in a big change. And I do actively think that happens where I think a lot of people do watch both shows, but sometimes because fucking Collision and AEW, there's 2 shows a week, and WWE there's 3 to 2. I think sometimes people pick, right? And that's where if WWE is kind of iffy, they go, oh, I'm gonna watch more AEW. Just like AEW a couple years ago had some iffy stuff, and they weren't doing $1 million anymore, right? So I think there is a sense of they got momentum, there's cool stuff happening, and that's where it's hard for me. You could say that Max could be part of that. I know he thinks he's most of that, but I'm just gonna say he's part of that. It's tough because like if you were to ask me what I would prefer for All In, I would prefer Omega Ospreay 3, and that's where Ospreay gets the title one. I think that just goes back to their New Japan days of like that full circle thing. But for AEW as a company, it probably makes more sense for Max to do that. Again, I think we've said this multiple times. It's just annoying that they already did Max and Ospreay at All In with Ospreay beating him for a title. So it feels very like a redo. It just feels like it's a rematch mania sort of thing where it's like, and there's no doubt, right? It's like if they weren't in the UK, then sure, but they're not gonna have fucking Ospreay lose in the UK to Max, right? So it's just that's the unfortunate thing where it just feels so foregone conclusion. So I would love a surprise. And man, if I was there, I've never seen a Kenny Omega singles match. Actually, I did. Me and Emily bought Collision tickets for like $25, and he like. No, I think it was when he was team with Jericho. I didn't even see that. So I've never got to be there for. Yeah.
What Collision was that?
It's like, right before there's like a 6-way or something because Kenny. I think it's him versus the Don Callis family. So I could be wrong. If it was a singles, it's like a squashy type of thing. It's before the Wrestle Dream in Seattle, whatever that was. So whenever Edge, yeah. So for me, I'm very excited for Kenny. And if I was there to see Kenny win that world title, I'm gonna fall down. Dylan's gonna have to take me out of there. It would be great. I think this is gonna be a really good match. Their first match was really good. I want Kenny to win, but I think they stick with MJF and doing what they're doing. And because I think it's the same thing for MJF. If he loses, I don't know what he do it all in. I don't know. We talked about this, and I hope it's not Jericho, which we're going to talk about. I really don't know. Now that AJ's not coming, I don't know what Kenny's going to do at All In. I don't know, because I agree with people that I think they're going to do Swerve and Hangman again, the finale there. I don't want this. I could see them doing Okada and Kenny again, and Kenny getting the win. Like, I actually could. I don't want that. I want to be Okada and Takeshita, so I really don't.
I think I found was it Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega defeat the Gates of Agony?
Yep, that's the one. Yeah, and it's a very jobber type of match where it's just them styling, they're cutting a promo. And I remember saying to Emily of like, I really don't like this whole Kenny Omega Jericho thing.
11 minutes, it says.
Yeah, and it was fun. It was a good crowd.
It was in between two other squash matches. I'm looking at the card right now.
Yeah, it was worth it for the cheap tickets. And me and Emily had good seats, and then we saw the pay-per-view after. But yeah, so that's the thing. Kenny deserves a big all-in match. He should. He's in the best shape. He's working good. I'm happy, and it's been so refreshing. Him away from Callis. Him and Swerve 2 was very good. Not as good as the first one, but so my heart is with Kenny. But I'm gonna officially predict MJF here. David, what you thinking here?
I'm same. I want Kenny. Everything about like I want that return to form from Kenny. I want everything about it, but I do think that MJF's going to carry it for a while. I could see him carrying it all the way into the loss against Ospreay.
Yeah, that's Bubs. Same thing, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you guys, because we're in that, do you guys have any feasible like Hail Mary pitches or anybody for like what is Kenny's big all-in match? Because I'm just having a tough time like thinking of anybody because I just feel like everybody's just
Jericho. The Golden Jets blow off.
I am super worried about that because, like I said, I think it's like I said, Okada. Let's say it's Okada and Takeshita, and then Swerve and Hangman. I have seen people pitch if they turn Swerve heel, they already did that. If they turn Hangman heel, I'd be down for Hangman and Kenny to do that. But I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with Hangman because apparently he's off for the next couple months. So.
If they can build it right, and if they were to do because we already got the one-on-one, if they were to do a triple threat between Kenny, Hangman, and Swerve, I mean, I would be that meme of Randy Marsh in front of the computer at this point.
Yeah, and then you can even make it like a number one contender too, right? Because that would be Ospreay's first one. Actually, you know what they should? I'm all for this. I don't want it to be Jericho. Honestly, I don't want to be Jericho, but I would be down. Give them Kyle Fletcher and let them just fucking give you a Dave Meltzer 10-star match. Because they hinted at that. They had Fletcher take him out, and then what happened was Kenny was actually like legit like hurt again, because remember they set up him and Andrade, and they've done Andrade. That is my pitch. If it's not Omega and Ospreay, I don't want Omega and Moxley. Let's stay away from that. I think have Kyle hold the TNT Championship till then. Kyle versus Kenny. I think that could actually be like a really good, because either way you could go that Kyle's held the title for a while and Kenny gets a win and he's a TNT champ, or Kyle gets the big win over Omega and do it like Orton Undertaker style. So that's my new pitch. Kyle, Kenny, all in. Let's fucking do it. That's what I'm going with. So
the away image there.
Oh yeah, Dexter. Yeah. Before I change it on them, but. Yeah, that's my pitch. Any other match we think are going to get added to this? I'm sure Willow will be doing something, right?
Yeah. Well, they announced that next week on Dynamite, Aminata is coming back, she's having a match. There's some people speculating that she might be part of like the Hurt Syndicate now, because because Hurt Syndicate had like a backstage promo apparently, right before they announced this match, and they're like, we're looking for like a new member or something like that, like someone different, something like that. So
all those cards that they handed out,
he's gonna be in the Hurt Syndicate.
Really? That's a interesting fit there, and people, and that's why they just think they're looking for new
Just
members
like
and
pure
because they're back.
speculation, just like they
But
saw
Hurt
that and
Syndicate's
they
also
announced
looking for
it.
new members too. We got groups both looking for. Oh, you said
Oh,
Hurt
like
Syndicate. Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
Hurt Syndicate.
I
You're
thought you
saying
said Death Riders. Okay, that's what I'm like Queen Amana and Death Riders. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not. I wasn't.
Still looking for new members too. So he's still walking around
Oh
backstage.
God, yeah. Like, Hook.
He hasn't been on TV like after that segment, like the really, really bad one.
They
he hasn't
knew.
been on TV, yeah.
Because TK is on Twitter and he knew they got roasted for that. That was like the Ricky concert they took down. They know that like that was bad TV. The whole Anthony Bones Hook thing, that was bad. Honestly, at this point, I think just like I've even forgot what are they called now again?
The Ops.
Just drop it. Just forget it happened and just move along. Joe's gone. Have Joe come back and be a singles guy. I think the Ops should just be dead and we move along. It that's what it deserves. It's I know some people might still you need a Hangman Joe match to square that away. Nope, it's fine. Let's just sometimes I'm all about dovetailing a feud. Nothing needs to be dovetailed here. I don't know what Hook can do. Hook is the former young goat is washed already. It's over. He had like he had that month with Joe, like when he was facing him, looked like, man, Hook could actually be a future star. That's over. That's done with. Okay, Hurt Syndicate. Yeah, sure. Get a woman in there.
When do we think Mercedes comes back? She's out here dropping titles left and right. Like when
she got one more to drop, right?
Yeah,
I could maybe see like at Dynasty, maybe like after.
Give it to me.
Like the Tekla match. If not, like
I mean, especially
the Owen Hart is like
with Tony being out, that they may
true.
decide to pull that trigger and bring her back a little bit early, and she does a walkout after the Tekla match. That man, if that happens again, I'm seriously thinking that Tony is just booking this show for your enjoyment at this point.
I hope so, and I'll never say anything again. I hope I get to meet him in the back, and I'll thank him. I'll be like, I've seen every show. No, I think you're right. I've always been that Mercedes was not coming back to the Owen, but because Tony is hurt, they could do that. Now, I still think it would be earlier.
Delay, like I think they probably still do. I think there will be another Tekla Mina match, probably like a no DQ match.
Like, and that's how I could see Monet and Tekla interact, but not in a one-on-one way, where it could kind of be building to that. Because when does the Owen usually start? I'm trying to find 2020.
Well, last year the finals were like at Double or Nothing, so probably.
But look at this: the brackets for the brackets for the 2020.
Oh yeah, the brackets aren't that big.
No, but the brackets for the 2025 one were announced April 2nd. We're April 3rd. So the Owen's already going to start. So you know what? Monet could literally be back at Dynasty or the week after. So I think it's happening. And then
she's officially in the Owen.
I know what they could do. They could literally run back what they did with Kenny and Okada, where it's just a Tekla and Monet stare down, and then they don't interact. Monet wins the Owen again 2 years in a row. She can have that accolade, and then Monet gets the all-in win there. So yeah, I think that's happening. I'm trying to think who Willow could actually wrestle on this show. I would have liked Marina, but she's on the pre-show.
Maybe like are Megan Bain and Lita Cross defending the title. Yeah. I mean, or they already did Lena Cross, so I guess maybe like they haven't done the Willow Megan Bain like match for the TBS title.
Yeah, they could do that with Lena in the corner there. Yeah, and they did say that her and Harley are no longer a team, which is I think is good. I guess you always also have like Julia Hart or Sky Blue to always throw in there, right? As like an easy like, hey, give them something to do. So
and they did Sheeta came back yesterday and they teased her like turning heel too, so maybe on Dynamite she like attacks her and they do that on because Willow won with like a pinning combination, and then after the match Sheeta was like gonna hit her with the stick and didn't do it, so maybe after the Aminata match she attacks her. They build
that's a TK playbook too, where for him instead of 50-50 what he'll do is baby faces lose but they turn heel but then they lose again, so it's like in his mind it's 50-50 because it's like he lost a baby and a heel. It's like that's not how it works, brother. Like they still lost twice, but he's done that before. It's like, well, they're a heel now, so the records kind of start over. So no, I actually think you're 100% right that Sheeta will turn and that could be the match, so which is good. I'm happy Sheeta's back and whatever the visa
will that be like on the main card, or because they've already they already start announcing like pre-show matches, it kind of feel like I don't know if they
No,
ever
you know
start
Tony's
doing-
Tony's still gonna add 4 more because there's no way it's just
Oh,
there's no
yeah,
way
I
it's a
guess
6
there's
card
not,
match.
yeah.
There's no way with that.
We need the jet speed on the pre-show match, so
Yeah,
we got to figure out who they're facing.
Yeah, to your point, it is kind of lame. There's only 6 matches, and they're like, "Hey, Marino, you're the pre-show." But yeah, I think they'll add. I think there's at least 10 matches on here. I wouldn't mind if it's smaller, but luckily we're PST
Yeah,
time.
that
So
makes sense.
all right, let's talk about this. So obviously, for months it's been all over the place. There was rumors about him going back to WWE. There's rumors that it might not work out. Then there's rumors last week. Oh, it looks like he's on his way back. And then Winnipeg, Manitoba, the I guess hometown hero comes back. Chris Jericho is back in All Elite Wrestling, and that's where it comes down to. Yeah, and maybe that's a bit of Jericho too, where AEW's back to being on a roll, and Jericho's like, oh, I gotta go where it's hot. And I guess I'm of two minds of this, where to take out the kind of like, yes, I think Jericho is kind of, I'm not gonna say like washed, but just I think he was smart to take like a year break. I think there's just a sense of like, what else is there left to do? I did think WWE was a smarter move because I think there was more fresh stuff for him to do. But if the pitch literally was for him just to come and lose to Gunther, then I could see him kind of be like, well, I could still wrestle, and there's some other people, memes or not, but like he could still do 6-man tags with the Usos. He can still do stuff like, so I thought Gunther could be the end game, but in AEW, it's just like there's so much of a lack, or so much of just we've been here, done this with them multiple times, and the biggest fear to me was him coming back as a babyface, and as of right now, it seems like that's the case. My pitch in the Discord was he just came back serious and being like, even if they like, no more of like, you please, like the chant retire, and he'd be like, no guys, I got learned. No, to be like, actually no, I'm not leaving. Tony's paying me a bunch of money. Sucks to be you guys. You got to watch me. Like my pitch was him being an alternate version of like Suit Jericho, where he was very serious and just rub it in. Just say like, hey, this company likely wouldn't have been around if it was me, and I'm gonna go on the Owen. I'm gonna fucking win it, and you're gonna hate that I'm gonna win it. Good. Like if you're gonna get booed, just accept it, because he tried to do the like fun go away heat, and that worked for like a month, and then it was back to like go away heat. To me, like use the go, like do like what sometimes people do in ECW. I can't, like I don't got a good analogy right now, but there's acts that would go there and people would hate them, and they would, oh look, it would never be like this way. When he started, people fucking hated Tommy Dreamer. In ECW, he was a boring like white meat, like you're not an ECW guy, and he had to earn that respect. I'm not saying Jericho could do that, but just do that. If people hate you, they don't want to see wrestle, then be like, yeah, I'm a heel. Use the heat, use the go away heat. Don't use it in a comedy route. But no, I think he's gonna be babyface for a while, and he's gonna turn. We're gonna get some sort of gimmick. I don't know,
Do you
man.
think
And
he's
again,
wrestling on Dynasty?
I think so. He's been away
Who can
for a
you,
year.
Who can you feed him on Dynasty who's like a heel, like a Ricochet or somebody?
Yeah, honestly, to me, the perfect place would have been Ricochet still at the North American title, and you just have
The
Jericho get the
national
North American.
title.
Yeah.
But like Ricochet's not bad. I don't want Fletcher. I don't want Okada.
I mean, Fletcher's like hurt, so
Oh
like,
right, Fletcher is
Yeah,
hurt,
he's
right.
got that,
Yeah,
that foot injury.
and God, like, are they gonna put him with Don Cal's family again? Someone from there? Like, there's so many people. Oh,
yeah, Don
man.
Callis interrupting his promo to open Dynamite.
Okay, here's
He's
one.
explaining his actions on Dynamite this week.
Oh, I know he did nothing. He could have talked, but I no. And to
All
that
he
point,
said was I'm home. He
Yeah,
has to
AEW mo-
explain his actions.
to ask Bubs' point, I think because he's getting a promo on Wednesday, he's going to get a Dynasty match. I don't love this, especially too. The stocks are a little low right now. They had a terrible coffin match on Dynasty, but Gabe Kidd is sitting right there, and I don't know, man. Like I all these things, I'm scared to like pitch because I think they could happen. It could be a singles, or it could just be like he's in a multi-man match against the Cows family. I don't know. There's El Clone, there's
Puts
Mark
himself
Davis.
with the Rascals to get the rub from them, to elevate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
See,
fuck, he's with the
I see
person again.
more of the fact that I think Jericho came out and had the huge pop just because of the Canada factor, but then I can see him coming back out and being heel going forward.
But aren't they in Canada again? They're in Canada again next week, though.
Yeah, they're still
And the week
in.
after.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But I mean, like
for him
he
next Sunday.
gets
I'll let
he
you
gets
know.
the initial return pop. You're in Canada, of course they're going to cheer for the return. You come out on Wednesday, then you just talk mad shit, and instantly put yourself back at the heel. You had the I'm home, the ore farming for 6 minutes, the everyone singing your song, and then after that you announce your intentions and that you're a bad guy, and then go from there. And then next thing we know, it's you versus Mystico.
You could, but David, I don't think they're gonna. I like your pitch, but I think Jericho's thinking that like, oh, I've been away for a year.
There's your Jet Speed and Mystico match.
Well, that's what I thought. There could be a multi-man.
Yeah,
Yes.
two other people.
Well, or I thought it was them four versus like Cal's family. I think he's just thought I wait for a year. I'm sure they're gonna cheer for me, and it's like I don't know. Like we'll see after Canada. Here's my two other pitches because I was gonna ask you guys this, and I don't know how this match would go. Swerve doesn't currently have plans for Dynasty, and that could be a very quick. Now that's the problem is I think Jericho has to win his Dynasty match, and I don't want him being swerved whatsoever. So that's where I pull back. So here's my other pitch, and I actually think this is a logical one. I think Ciampa could be the answer. I think Jericho and Ciampa. I think Ciampa can carry Jericho to like a 3.2 maybe even the 3.5, and Ciampa could lose because once he lost to Fletcher, Ciampa's been doing nothing but winning though, luckily. So that's where it's like if he loses, it's not like a terrible big deal. So that's my pitch. Jericho talks about, and even Jericho could do like I'm wrestling this Sunday, like first guy come out here, and then Ciampa's music hits. They've never really interacted. So that's my pitch. It's Ciampa Jericho Dynasty.
I
Jericho
could see
win.
if Jericho stays babyface, then I could see him going against Ciampa. If he switches to heel and still does the call out, then I think it'd be Mark Briscoe.
Oh, don't run Mark. I don't want Mark Briscoe.
You know TK will do that.
They already did like a bunch of matches.
They
so-
have.
He don't
with
care.
the ROH.
TK loves Mark Briscoe. He
does.
feels so bad about the shit that happened with Jay Briscoe. He's
Yeah, I
like,
didn't want
look,
him on TV,
I'm
yeah.
giving you all the opportunities because I let WB keep your brother off TV, and there's nothing I can do about that now.
There's two. Fucking Garcia doing nothing, man. Like, what is it? Oh, you know what? Give him Leo Rush, man. Give him Blackheart Leo Rush.
He's seen the social media views. I need to get in there with him.
He would. This is the young talent he's gonna put over. TK, stop it. Don't do it. Get away. The one I laughed too is like when he came back, like Sammy Guevara just posted a picture of him and Jericho. Like, no, man, it's over for you. Like, you're not
You're responding with like, I love that screenshot where it's like the page tweet where it's like, stop trying to get a storyline.
yeah, 100%. Like, Sammy, it's over for you. Another one I thought if he is a babyface and just as like an open challenge because they've been pushing him, Mark Davis could get that slot. That's an easy like big guy, throw him around, and then Jericho gets the win. It's not gonna like it hurts Davis, but like they're pushing David to be like a solid mid card guy, not like a lead mid card guy, right? So like, and even then, like a singles match with Jericho would raise his stock, even if he loses. I think if he's a heel, I agree. I suppose you pitched this in the Discord. I think Brody King is an option, but like Swerve, I don't want Brody King fucking losing to Jericho at all. Like I really don't want that, but I think that is an option. And then the other one is just we got to see where it is. But if it was a one-on-one, I do see Kevin Knight as that like always a young guy that people, because Jericho does this thing in AEW where it's a thing of like, oh, I got to elevate him, but it's like Kevin Knight's already being elevated. So it's like Jericho will like take credit for it, but it's like no, Kevin Knight's already like people are like.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, I always do elevating quotation marks. Like, he's attaching himself to people who are already getting over, and then tries to take credit for like, well, this is like I had matches with them, so I made them get over.
Again, to go back, I already referenced once. I'm doing again the Punk Cabana podcast when Punk looked Triple H right in the face and said, "Hey, at WrestleMania, you got to wrestle. You need to wrestle me. I don't need to wrestle you." And that's Jericho when he wrestles some of these young guys. It's like that's where it's like Davis, I think, is actually elevating Davis to like getting him more. Kevin Knight is not. I think people with Kevin Knight have already felt like he should probably leave the trios and be a singles now. You know, like he's out of there. So yeah, we'll see. Fuck, watch it be Hook. Watch it. He's gonna try and Hook's gonna try and recruit him into the ops, and then he's gonna do it. So I don't know. They gotta be very careful with this. I think there is a way to like make the Jericho thing not completely painful, but then there's also a way to make it it's very much like Moxley. It's always on the line of like, not that we can get great shit TV, but we'll see. So any other AW notes or anything to add or talk about before we end this?
I don't really think so.
I think that's everything. Rhea Ripley's
Yeah.
versus Meechin on SmackDown tonight. So there you go. Have fun looking at the lights, Meechin. And yeah, so we will be back. Yeah, we'll talk, like I said, night one, there'll be a podcast. And then night two, there'll be a podcast as well. Because there's a longer break usually between our predictions that we will probably talk about Dynasty a little bit and we'll definitely talk about NXT. So there'll be probably longer post shows, but
And you're
that's
probably dropping your like Travis told you / the Gimmick mini review of Dynasty as well, right?
Yeah,
That's
me and
still
Dylan are gonna
planned?
get that in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the problem is I'm not gonna have my mic in Vancouver, and then Dylan's not gonna have his mic here. So that's how we're gonna figure it out. Where I think when we do the in-person cast, I might pull him aside there. But yeah, you'll get my thought. You'll get mini thoughts, and yeah, Dylan never seen a live
I'm
wrestling show. So we'll
excited
see.
for that. I'm really excited for that.
I mean, what do you think? Out of the matches we announced, what do you think would be Dylan's favorite match that night?
I feel like if they let Osprey do his thing, it could be that. Because I
Yeah.
feel like for like people who don't watch like that much, like obviously just like the one with the most exciting, crazy stuff happen. I mean, honestly, for that reason, maybe Darby and Andrade.
I was about to say, I was thinking
Some
Darby
crazy
and
stuff.
Andrade because it can be a train wreck that just has you moment to moment going, oh my God, what's going to happen next? I think if we get New Japan Kenny, that would be an amazing just to see from a wrestling and the storytelling and the back and forth.
Yeah.
And seeing MJF as a character live is just going to be great. But I
Promise
think
he
for
could be tired though. You know, that's
yeah,
the main
but I
thing.
think from the pure just holy shit, what are these two doing?
Yeah.
Andrade versus Darby.
Yeah, I hope that. I hope the crowd will be hot. The only thing with Kenny as well too is because Dylan's a big Captain Falcon guy. We were talking about this on the Mario review. I've been prepping him on Kenny using the V triggers. I'm like, oh, you like throwing the knees because Luigi throws a V trigger in the new Mario movie. Pretty much, he does like, and they freeze frame on him. So it could be that, or he's just gonna be on my bandwagon. He's gonna see Tekla and Jamie Hayter, and he's like, hey, who's Jamie Hayter? Who's this girl? And because Hayter can also go too, so that's gonna be the good thing. So yeah, we'll report back. But yeah, gonna be some fun episodes, and then yeah, at the end of the month we'll do some GM mode. So April's gonna be very fun for the Gimmick. Subscribe either the Geek First to get the feed or the Gimmick feed, which has all the episodes in the past. And then yes, the draft is starting. I guess technically it starts tonight then, right? For our point system.
It starts at WrestleMania.
So it's WrestleMania. Okay,
Yeah.
I suppose his word. He saw the sheets. He knows Rhea Ripley's beating Jade early, but yeah. So WrestleMania that starts. So night one will have that. Promise you will not be boring. We'll catch you after WrestleMania.
Bye.